Ladies and gentlemen, oh, we got a day for you today. I am allowed to give you guys quite a bit of DMZ2 information right now. Right now. We're loving YouTube, Twitch. Drop a like if you guys have it. If you're excited for DMZ news, should we just jump right in? It's 8 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time. I am now allowed to speak and say some things. I'm still under NDA, but I can say a lot more. All right, I'll just read off of what I'm allowed to read, and then you guys can ask questions. I'll tell you if I can answer or not, yada yada. Before we get started, Dizzy coming with the 1999. Thank you. Dizzy says, let's get this show Evan start. Okay, let's just jump into it. Dude, Dizzy, thank you so much. Thank you, but I want to start right away. Okay, here we go. First thing I'm allowed to say, the map. We're playing in Korea, as I'm sure a lot of you guys figured out. The map, it's not gonna be on Mazra. It's not a desert map. It's gonna be a lot greener, more trees. It's gonna be very exciting. I think you guys are gonna enjoy the map a lot. Map is very, very cool. Okay, next. We're gonna have dynamic weather on the map. Dynamic weather. So it'll be foggy, rainy, I think. Well, for sure rain. I don't remember all the weather types. But dynamic weather is in the game. Vehicles are coming back. The game will have vehicles just like DMZ1. Oh, I forgot to say the map. The map is also big. I think it's bigger than Al Mazrah. Is Hajim the name? I forget what the name is exactly, but it's something like that. Okay, so map bigger than Al Mazrah, I think. Maybe around the same size, but it's still, it's big enough where it'll be like Al Mazrah, right? We got Al Mazrah. Okay, hostile force detail. So I could talk about the bots a bit. Or maybe, can I say that? I forget if I'm allowed to say this. Hold on, let me ask later. I'll ask, I'll message them. Let me skip that for now, but there are gonna be a lot of bots, just like DMZ1. The bots are very similar. Details around uses of regression. Okay, forward operating, let's talk about this. Forward operating base. So there is going to be a central hub. There's still going to be like a traditional menu where you can do everything, but there's going to be a central hub where I should probably let me kind of read. Let me say it like this. I got to do my own thing. I'm not going to read off the list anymore. Okay, I mean I'm still going to follow what I'm allowed to say, but okay. So DMZ, the way it works, you go in, you grab loot, and you actually extract the loot. You're taking it out with you. That means there's a stash. And this stash, it's a menu system too, but what's really cool is they have something called the forward operating base, which is kind of like, if you ever played World War II, what do they call that? That hub where you're in third person, World War II? It's kind of like that, where you're in third person, you can run around, you can you can see your squad mates, you guys can let's see, you can go to the firing range. You can craft things in this forward operating base. There's a crafting system. So a lot of the materials you find in raid, you extract to craft things that you would use in game. Okay. Another cool thing. We're kind of going all over the place right now. This is something that so many people wanted from Arc Raiders. I remember I read so many comments about this. It kind of has to do with how they're handling PvP in a way. There is going to be a bounty system. And I don't mean like the bounty system we had in DMZ1, where if you kill too many people, you'll have the hunt bots and they follow you around the map for the rest of the game. That's not how it works. That is not how it's working. The way it works is if you kill a lot of people, if you kill a lot of people, your bounty will start going up, and up. And what people can do is they can go to bounty stations in the map. See if you're wanted enough, you pop up on that bounty station, you hit that bounty, and you can hunt that player down, which is super sick. And they're gonna have leaderboards for the most wanted bounty. But on the flip side, they're gonna have leaderboards for the best bounty hunters, the people who kill the most bounties. So there's like a double leaderboard. If you want to be a bounty hunter, you can be a bounty hunter. If you want to just kill people, just go rogue, you're gonna get a big bounty on your head. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm like, my head's all over the place. Whoops. What else? What else? Okay, you guys want to start? Oh, I saw somebody out. So I know I'm allowed to say this. This isn't on the list, but I asked. I know I'm allowed to say this. The way the game's going to work: solos, duos, trios. You can still infill. If you want to go solo trios, you can. If you want to go in duos, you can. Or I mean, if they're duo trios, you should be able to. But it's going to be kind of like Ark, where it's going to prioritize solo, duo, trio matchmaking. And when you're in the game, they're going to have platoons again, but it's not going to be 6 men. They're sticking with 4 men. 4-man platoons. And there will be no police system. So if somebody dies, if you kill someone, they're dead. Unless their teammates revive them. If you wipe a whole team, let's put it that way. If you wipe an entire team, that's it. They're dead. You're not picking them back up. No more police system. That is gone, which I actually prefer. I think that's probably the one thing that a lot of people might not like. I think more people are going to like that change than not, but I know that a lot of people got used to the police system. So there is that. Okay. Questions. Do you guys have questions? I'm playing it safe right now. I have more that I could probably say, but I'm playing it safe just in case. Dude, I can hardly breathe. I'm just so pumped to tell you guys this stuff. Are the bodies going to stay or disappear? Body camping. Bodies, as far as I know, they're just going to stay. So that's kind of how every extraction shooter is, though. Police system gone is going to be bad. I prefer it personally. I think most people will, but I know this was probably the most controversial change that they've done. Will crafting actually be needed this time? I don't know how it's going to work with finding loot, but yes, you're going to want to craft. I think it's going to be very valuable to craft. Is there going to be a wipe system? I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk on that. Ammo, do you only get a limited amount like Delta? Ammo's going to work more like DMZ 1, as far as I know. 1 pump AP rounds. I didn't see any AP rounds in multiplayer. I doubt the 1 pump is going to be in the game. That's going to be gone. Is there SBMM in DMZ 2? What I can say is there won't be aggression-based matchmaking. At least that's what they're leaning towards. No aggression-based matchmaking like Ark Raiders did. Will there be a simulation? Yes, but up to 4 players. But it's going to be interesting because if they implement it, so if you go solo, it's going to try and prioritize solo games. You could go in solo, but still run into a 4-man because they all team up, right? So it's pretty cool. Oh, let me also catch up on some super chats. We have Obum come with a super chat. Any chance Vonda will come back in the future at least? I don't know, but right now the only map I know about is the Korea one, which I think is called like Hajin or something like that. I forget exactly. But yeah, that's the only map available right now. Dizzy coming with a $10 says, is there a double revive system like DMZ 1 or is it a single revive system like Ark? I think it's going to be more or less like DMZ 1. And again, thank you for the super. Thank you very much. All right, what else do we have? Will they have a PvE mode of DMZ? Don't know if I can speak on that. I will say I mentioned it though. Same special vest. Can't comment. Backpack. Well, there's gonna be obviously there's gonna be a backpack because you have to carry things out, right? So, yeah, backpack. That's gonna be kind of your inventory, and then you exfil items. Will there be one-shot shotguns? I doubt it. I don't know for sure, but I'm 99.99999% they won't. There's no way they do. There's no way. We'll unlock guns after extracting them. So the progression, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I know there's going to be like a gunsmith in the forward operating base. Which, again, the forward operating base, think of Delta Force. If you've ever played Delta Force, you had both the menu that you could access, but also you could walk around and go to like certain stations, the armor station, the ammo station. It's kind of like that. They have this thing called the I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it's called, but there's crafting. You can go to this station where you can craft. Then there's like gunsmith there. There's like a firing range, the bounty area too. How will you unlock guns? Then I think you just buy stuff and find stuff. It's going to be more like a proper extraction. Tom with the 39 months. Thank you, Tom. Love you, brother. Will DMZ2 have insured slots? Camo grind, shops in-game. Does DMZ2 have face cam? We'll see. We'll see. But you buy stuff. You buy stuff in the game. Camo grind, probably. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Does it have something similar to Koshi? I don't know. I don't know. Right now, all we know is the Korea map. That's all we know. Self-revives. I would assume so. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Dylan, coming with the 699. How does the bounty work? If I'm defending myself against a team when doing missions, does my bounty go up? That is a very good question, and I know Ark they changed their system so that if you get shot at and you kill that person, you defend yourself. You don't end up in PvP lobbies as a result. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. I'm not too sure. But that actually does remind me, the missions. So I'm allowed to talk about this. They're going to have story missions, dynamic missions, and free roam when you enter the game. So story missions are going to be like the main missions. They're going to feel more like a campaign mission, if you will. A lot more in depth than the DMZ1 missions, if you ever completed those. And then they're going to have dynamic missions. But you're going to get dynamic missions every time you go in, so that if you just want something random to do, you're like, you know what, surprise me, you're going to get this random dynamic mission. You get to complete it. I think they're going to be there are contracts in the game too, I think, although I'm not sure. Anyways, they definitely have the story missions, dynamic missions, and then you can just free roam too. If you want to free roam, you can. You can play however you want. Lag? What do you mean lag? Are we lagging? Lagging. You're buffering? Oh, shoot. Yes? Hold up. I might have to... Let me stop the Twitch stream. Twitch, come over to YouTube. It's good now? Oh, cleared up? Okay. Will bundles carry over? No, nothing from DMZ1 is carrying over to DMZ2. Fresh start. No audio? What do you mean no audio? Can you still switch teams? Yeah, because you can, as long as there's a spot available on another team, you can go to a different team. You can. Bro, I'm so excited. I feel like I could barely talk. Can you organize your backpack without dropping items? Kind of like Ark. I don't know. 4 men versus solo is bad. No. You guys don't understand. So it's going to prioritize, the matchmaking is prioritizing solos, duos, and trios, from my understanding. But you can still assimilate up to 4 players. So if you're playing solos, you're mostly going to run into other solos. But every now and then, you might run into a duo or a trio. Not guys that infilled as a duo or a trio, but other random solos that decided to team up, which means if they want to communicate, you're going to hear them in prox chat. You can't hear anything? Guys, can you hear me? Or people just trolling? Will pre-made teams still exist? No, but you can still solo trio if you want. You're allowed to do that. It's not solo queue. So I think from my understanding, it's going to be more like Arc Raiders, where you just hit play game, but it recognizes how many people are in your party. And so it'll prioritize solos if you're solo, duos if you're duo, trios if you're trio, obviously. But again, if you want the challenge, you're a solo who wants to play in trio lobbies, there should be an option to do that. Will there be teabagging? You betcha. You betcha. Are they bringing back the disguise? I don't know. I kind of hope they don't. Just imagine they can duplicate with that again. Is there going to be paid to win? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. Use on the anti-cheat? I mean, they're going to try their best to keep up with the cheaters. That's all I know. It's tough. It's tough. Like when you're trying to ban these cheaters or figure out how to determine whether or not somebody's cheating, it's like you have to respond to the cheaters. The cheaters are always a step ahead, so they're going to do their best. Chris coming in with the $2. I gifted you a sub for Stone yesterday. Hey, thank you, dude. In fact, I think I got an email about that. I saw that I became a member for Stone. A member of Stones. Parts of all, did I miss your super chat too? Good morning to you. Deep breaths. What is the inventory system like? More Tarkov, Arc, Delta Force ish or simpler current DMC style? I don't know how much I'm allowed to speak on this. I'm not going to say too much, but keep in mind that the game is designed for controller too. That is kind of the focus, although it's going to be good on mouse and keyboard. So it's going to be simpler. It's going to be more simple because everything has to work in a controller, and controller only has so many buttons. Are knives still one shot? I don't know, but I doubt it. Because with Modern Warfare 3 and I think even Warzone 2, they nerfed the knives. They just never did in DMZ. But for sure, I know MW3, they nerfed the throwing knives. Others to form teams then. Well, by that, do you just mean like you have to team up with the randoms to form a bigger team? Can you choose different operators? Can't speak on that, I don't think. Do we still have unlimited parachutes? Don't know that I can talk about that. Do you test on controller and mouse and keyboard? I played Modern Warfare 4 with mouse and keyboard. What's gonna happen? Let me ask some questions so I know what I can say. Just hoping they're it's Saturday, so they might not respond, but I'm gonna start asking what I can say just to double check. I've said everything I can say on the list, but it was a little vague. Like the police system wasn't on what we could talk about, but I asked because I thought that would be something you guys would ask, and I was allowed to talk about that. Okay, let me start asking some questions. Can I? How's movement? Oh, movement's good. I think you guys will like it. Thought you're allowed to talk about it. I can't say everything. We're still not able to say everything, but I mean, obviously the reveal's tomorrow. So we're going to find out even more tomorrow. But I can just say more than what I could say before. A decent amount. Disney with a 9.99. Will kill streaks be more of a reward for doing kill missions, or will they still be found throughout the map and or bot? Not sure. There's still a lot I don't know. Dylan with the 6.99. Will map size be comparable to Al Mazrah? Yes, I believe it's a little bit bigger than Al Mazrah, if I'm not mistaken, but it's basically Al Mazrah size. Will there still be operators with perks? 2-plate vest, UAVs? I think right now, no, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm pretty sure they're leaning towards no pay to win stuff. They're in that direction, but I don't know for sure. Hold on. If I go quiet, I'm just asking questions. Okay. Is PvE coming to DMZ? Don't know for sure, but I did talk about it. I did. When we were playing Modern Warfare 4, I suggested a PvE mode. The way I put it, I said, what would be a good idea in my opinion? Just kind of for the onboarding. There are a lot of people who don't have a lot of time to play games or get good at games, and they genuinely just enjoy doing missions. So what I suggested was a PvE mode, not like Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where a bunch of people would load into the map. Because I think when you're giving the option of a PvE mode, you don't want to split the player base too much. So what I thought would be cool is you can invite maybe 2 friends, so you do trios, and you go to this at the most, or you just go solos. You go to the PvE mode. There are other operators that are AI controlled, bots, and you can do all your missions there and just have fun, chill. You don't have to worry about getting shot in the back, but you don't get any rewards. So maybe you don't actually make any progress towards anything. You don't get calling cards, camos, yada yada. Maybe you don't even level up your guns. Who knows? Something like that. And the reason I think it would be a good idea is, like I was saying, there are a lot of people who don't have a lot of time to play games, or they're new to games, they're not very good. What can happen if you just throw everyone into a PvPvE only scenario? What happens is the players that aren't very good at the game, they're just trying to learn the basics. They're going to get shot at in the back, die. They're just trying to do their missions. They're going to get fed up and they give up. But if you give them the ability to PvE, they'll try that, get the foundations down, learn the fundamentals, complete the missions, and they'll be like, oh, you know what? Now that I understand the game a little bit, let me try the PvPvE mode and actually get some rewards. Do everything I did in the PvE mode, but now with the extra challenge of fighting other real players. So that's kind of what I thought they should do. Will they do that? I don't know. Okay, K, coming with the £2, says, will there be keys and colored keys? Okay, so I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about specific loot. Okay, what else did I miss? Harmless coming with the 32 months says, I'm late to the party. No, you're just in time. Dizzy with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Dizzy. Can you simulate more than once in a single game? Like join a squad, betray that squad? I don't know for sure, but I would assume it works like DMZ 1. So yeah, in theory you should be able to. But I don't know for sure. Safe boxes and collectibles. Again, not sure if I'm allowed to get that specific yet. Okay, I'm asking what I can talk, like if I can get more specific, just in case, because you guys have a lot of questions. Are there late spawn-ins like on Ark? I don't think so. Did the lobby size change? I don't know. I imagine it would probably be the same. Chaos coming with a $4.99. Who asked for no police system? A lot of people did. I feel like the police system made DMC unique. You're right. That's why I said, so about the police system. In fact, that's a question for you guys right now. Are you guys pro-plea or anti-plea? That's a very good question. But anyways, a lot of people didn't want the police system, but I know a lot of people did. That was the most controversial change I heard about. Definitely. Ginger, coming with the $5. What info will be released tomorrow and how? You're just gonna have to find out tomorrow. Dude, I can't even speak. I'm so excited. You're gonna have to find out tomorrow. Thirsty coming with the $4.99. Still have insured contraband weapon system. It's gonna. Let's see. Am I allowed to say that? Dude, I want to say so much. You guys gonna get me in trouble. Oh, let me add that to the list. All right. Another question asked. Squad option or just trio? By squad, do you mean 4-man? Because solos, duos, trios. Do you think new players can get into DMZ? I hope. I mean, I still don't know so much about it myself. This is what I think will make DMZ2 successful. If they can, they need to do a few things. One, tension. There has to be enough tension. If I were them, I would design the game to be not as casual as Arc Raiders, but still leaning in that direction. I'd put it between Arc Raiders and Delta Force. Smack in the middle. Not as hardcore as Delta Force, but not as casual as Arc Raiders. I think there needs to be items or challenges that require you to exfil items that you maybe have to carry across maps. So if you die and lose it, it's like a big deal. They need that like super, super rare loot that if you find it, you're like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing this mission I came here to do, or I'm not going to hunt any more players. I'm exfilling. I found this. Looting by itself has to be fun. So make sure looting's fun. If you have somebody who doesn't maybe want to shoot players and they want to be stealthy against the bots, let them loot around, find some really good stuff, and exfil with that stuff. So looting by itself has to be fun. Delta Force did a great job with that. Delta Force is one of those games. You could go a whole round without killing or shooting your gun and still have a blast. So they need to do that. There needs to be tension. Okay, you guys, you're pro play. Throwing out so good. I don't know. Dude, my head, I feel so scatterbrained right now because I'm like reading chat. You guys are asking so many questions. Ghosty, can you check the new blog? It's a new blog. Yes, let's go through that because that will show a lot more. What happened there? Oh, did you blog? Okay. Is there a new blog? I don't see a new blog. 1 for 4. Here we go. Initial intel. DMZ overview. All right, let's read through this so I can build off of stuff if they say it themselves. DMZ overview. High stakes, action-packed extraction shooter. DMZ is Call of Duty's definitive extraction shooter, a living world with unpredictable enemy encounters, weather, and objectives all brought together by meaningful match-to-match progression and inventory systems. Whether you point to infill solo or as a squad, this volatile conflict zone offers numerous paths to choose from. This cool little picture, a little sneak peek of the map. After experimenting and getting player feedback from the original DMZ beta, Modern Warfare 4 evolves the extraction shooter into a deeper, more cohesive, and more persistent combat experience shaped by what resonated most with players. Set in the Hajin, so that's what it's called. Set in the Hajin exclusion zone and tied directly to the events of the campaign. So that's, I'll build off that. They wanted, the way they describe DMZ is they want the story missions to feel like an extension of the campaign. So once you finish the campaign, it's like adding more to the story. You'll recognize like, oh, this happened, or this area is like this because that happened in the campaign. I totally get that, right? So it'll be better. I mean, you don't have to play the campaign if you don't want, but if you do play the campaign, it's going to feel like a continuation of the story. All right, moving on. Players deploy into volatile exclusion zone, choosing how to survive, whether pushing deeper into dangerous territory for greater rewards, hunting high-value targets, defending against escalating enemy threats, completing story missions, or extracting before the situation becomes untenable. DMZ setting. All right, so we're going to learn more about the map probably here. Summer enter contested exclusion zone as an off-the-books asset tasked with securing advanced military technology before it falls into hostile hands. Following the events of the Modern Warfare 4 campaign, exclusion zone across the Korean Peninsula remains saturated with abandoned military technology, weapons stockpiles, and destabilizing threats. Operating as a shadow CIA asset, you are deployed behind enemy lines and tasked with securing the various weapons and technology left behind before they fall into enemy hands. Both rogue operators and enemy combatants are active throughout the zone, forcing every squad to decide when to cooperate, when to engage, and when to disappear before tensions escalate. So I know the premise, as it kind of said there, but you're basically just an off the book CIA operator. So you're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to exist. That's why you have to like extract things and all that, because you're technically not being funded, right? So that's kind of the premise. All right, so there's more on this. Summary. Hajin is this is a cool picture too. So, okay. I was going to say, I wasn't sure what kind of weather types I was allowed to talk about. We have a picture of snow. Snow is one of the dynamic weather options. There's going to be snow in the game. You see it here. Hajin is a dense exclusion zone built around exploration, discovery, and high-risk player-driven operations where environmental storytelling and hidden discoveries reward players willing to push deeper into the unknown. Nestled within a tri-point region bordering Russia and the Korean Peninsula, Hajin is a contested exclusion zone where rival forces battle for control of abandoned military technology and strategic assets left behind after the events of the Modern Warfare 4 campaign. The atmosphere within the Hajin exclusion zone shifts can change based on environmental effects, creating new opportunities and challenges on every run. Sun downpours can reduce visibility and force operators to adapt how they explore. So rain, that's another thing that's going to be in the game, or another dynamic weather option. Move and engage while dense fog's another one. Banks and overcast skies transform familiar routes into tense navigational gambles. So now we know, I can confirm snow, rain, and fog. While and overcast skies, we read this and transform. Yeah, we read that. Okay. Scarred by radiation, mass evacuation, and the collapse of civilization infrastructure, the region is one of the largest and most ambitious Call of Duty environments ever built, designed around exploration, environmental storytelling, and high-risk operations, from the radiated Fallout reactor and the highly secured prison complex to the remains of Hajin City and the heavily defended military base. Every region inside the border area and exclusion zone offers different combat opportunities, sealed or secret areas waiting to be discovered, traversal challenges, and points of interest with unexpected entrances accessible only via water, and other operational risks. Players willing to push deeper into the unknown can uncover hidden mysteries, pursue high-value gear, and engage in increasingly dangerous missions with greater risks and rewards. How much is there? Dude, there's a lot. Okay, this is great. Look at all this info. Also, do you guys want me to keep reading this word by word? How do you guys feel about that? Did you say fog? Sure did. Hopefully it's not like Vandal fog, where it's like always foggy and then every now and then rolls out. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Keep reading. Okay, you want me to read? Perfect. So, story missions. We'll move on. Should I, I'll do this. After every section, I'll ask if you guys have questions. So this is a short section. Alright, summary. Continue the Modern Warfare 4 story throughout narrative-driven story missions built for replayability, squad-based action, and evolving storytelling. Bada bing, bada boom. A collection of story missions expands the narratives of Modern Warfare 4 and features unique objectives, high-stakes action, and gameplay scenarios unfolding inside specific points of interest across Hajin, all within a live DMZ server populated by other operators pursuing their own missions. Built for squads and solo players with replayability in mind, story missions push the broader DMZ narrative forward through new discoveries and fresh challenges over time. Questions? Or do we keep going? Reading the squeaker voice? No, I'm a pass. Keep going? Okay, we'll keep going. I kind of already talked about this, so this you guys are kind of familiar with. DMZ operation, dynamic operations, side ops, and free roam. Summary: take on operations featuring evolving scenarios, escalating threats, and climactic moments unique to every match. Matthew, thank you for the $5. Oh, let me, did I miss anything? Thirsty with the $2. Well, how about seasonal wipes? Can't speak on that. Dylan, we got, can you check out the new, okay, so I think we're caught up on the super chats. And then Matthew coming up with a 5. Are there safe boxes and collectibles like Delta Force? So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk on that yet. I'm not sure. Let's keep reading this. I'll see what they say in here. And we'll go from there. Before deployment, your objectives, and here's a quick look at Fog again. Take a good look. All right. Before deployment, your objectives in DMZ are clearly defined. A focus on story missions, engaging in dynamic operations and free explorations across Hajin. But no plan is guaranteed to last. The unpredictable nature of DMZ often demands quick adjustments as situations evolve in the field. Whether you decide to stay covert or bring the fight directly to your enemies, every match is an opportunity to push deeper into Hajin, uncover valuable intel and hidden secrets, and hunt rogue enemy operators to build your infamy. Dynamic operations are multi-step objectives generated for each match and designed to create focused tasks, from neutralizing abandoned weapons programs and securing critical assets to high-risk rescue operations and assaults against hostile forces. Every operation as an extraction shooter is built around escalating tension, replayability, and large-scale moments capable of impacting activity across the wider region. So this game, it's going to have a lot of things to do. Like DMZ 1, after you did the missions, it was kind of like, what? Do I just do the contracts? Do I just hunt people? Now they're going to have all these dynamic missions that you can do. They have obviously the story missions, which I know were described more like campaign missions almost. Not quite campaign missions, but it's gonna feel more grandiose, we'll say, than the missions in DMC 1. Oh, this is that's where I got my thumbnail from. This picture. Anyways, even a seemingly routine task can lead into intriguing exploration. Side ops are available and include activities like locating trucks across Hajin that have advantageous functionality once they're repaired, locating lost supply drops, or scaling damaged radio towers. So these are more like the contracts, right, from DMC 1. I think, if I'm understanding this. There's the freedom to explore like never before, even into sectors of extreme dangers, like the area of heavy fallout and the eastern part of the map, where it takes a gas mask. Okay, cool, so I can talk about this. Where it takes a gas mask and gumption to find loot only available in this point of interest. So, in the top right of the map, so there's still the normal radiation zone from DMZ 1, but there's also this other radiation zone that doesn't expand. It's located like in the top right of the map, and like it said here, loot only, or there's going to be loot that only spawns in that area, and it's going to be a lot more dangerous. Lots are going to be tougher. Other players will probably be interested in that area too. So it's kind of like a high risk, high reward area. But it's very cool, very very cool. I hope it's like, I mean, we'll see what they do. We'll see. Anyways, beyond these operations, Hajin supports a free roaming exploration for players who want to forge their own path. So if you don't want to do anything, you just want to go and free roam, you're totally able to do that. Preserving the open-ended freedom that defines the DMZ experience, and this is what's going to keep the game alive long term, in my opinion. If they can make free roaming super fun, like once you've done everything, because you can only do the mission so many times. I mean, even though it's going to be dynamic missions, even then, eventually you're going to want to just explore the map, go crazy, do whatever you want. So I think this will be what keeps the game alive for a long time. Anyways, whether hunting rival operators, scavenging for resources, hunting down dangerous lieutenants. Oh, yeah, so I can talk about that too. Accessing phones to initiate dynamic operations. Commandeering a derelict casino while attempting to break into the vault without attracting a rival squad's attention, or simply surviving long enough to extract. These side tasks add a wealth of unpredictability and player choice. So they're going to have, lieutenants. I can just talk about that a little bit. Lieutenants are kind of like, think of the Jug, right? The Jug would be a lieutenant, but they're going to have more of those guys around. They're going to be a lot more Jug-like operator bots, we'll say. Commanders. Kind of like, remember the Chopper from DMZ 1? the chemist, stuff like that. They're calling them lieutenants now. We read everything, right? Okay, cool. Questions. This really is like school. I checked out a while ago. Dude, I kind of feel like I was like, dude, I feel like a teacher right now, just kind of going through stuff. 6-man back. No 6-man. No. 4 players. Well, you can infill with at most 3, but you can add 1 player to your team if you're a trio. So 4. Are we going to build belts? I've not heard anything about belts. Are bots less PIA? I hope so. Also, if another thing, I've asked a lot more questions on, because you guys have asked a lot, so I'm asking my contacts your questions, trying to get a feel for what I'm allowed to say. If they don't answer today, hopefully they answer by tomorrow, and I'll have more information tomorrow. So today and tomorrow are going to be big days for DMC News. Big day. Is there a solo mode? So the way they're probably, and I didn't get confirmation that it's going to work this way. It just sounded like they were leaning in that direction. But what it sounds like they're doing is they're kind of doing the ARC matchmaking system where you don't have like an actual solos playlist, an actual duos playlist, or a trios playlist. It just recognizes how many players are in your team. If you go in solo, you're going to be put into a game with other solos. However, obviously you can assimilate up to 4 people. So there's a chance you run into a 4-man nonetheless in solos. But it's going to be fun because they're going to be complete randoms. You're going to hear them in prox chat. Like, you guys remember when they had 6-mans in DMZ 1? You would, like, you hear everyone talking. They were super uncoordinated. And it just, there was so much chaos that you could thrive in the chaos. I think it's going to be more like that. Because the way DMZ 1 works right now, you don't hear a ton. Like 6-man's, it was just like a ton of chaos. 4-man's in DMZ 1 because you're basically getting a trio that infilled, so they're on Discord or whatever. They pick up a solo. They don't really talk, so you'll hear proc chat, but there's not as much chaos with the 4-man's on DMZ 1. But going in solo, running into a 4-man is going to be pure chaos for the 4-man. It's going to be crazy. So no modding, bartering system in game. It's all lobby then. We'll see. But there is definitely crafting in the forwarding base. The fob. That's what they're calling it. How does the proc chat system work? So there was a video that they released, so I know I'm allowed to talk about this. The proc chat is going to be more like Arc Raiders, where it's gonna be directional. If you're far away from someone, they're going to sound quiet. The closer you get, the louder they get. I think it might even bounce off. I'm not too sure. I don't remember, but I think it might even bounce off walls and stuff like echo, like Arc Raiders had. I could be wrong, but they're shooting for the Arc Raiders proximity style, which right now Arc Raiders has by far the best proximity of any game I've played. So I think they're trying to reach that. Yeah, the forward operating base. That's what it's called. FOB. All right, shall we continue? Where I leave off. Okay, DMZ A Living World. Low and slow or fast and loud. Summary. Rival factions, roaming patrols, and shifting world events ensure that no 2 operations unfold the same way. Players decide how to approach Hejin, moving low and slow through the hostile territory, risking everything with an aggressive assault or something in between. While dynamic world systems respond to every action, vehicle convoys move across the roadways, air traffic fills the skies, while hostile forces constantly reposition WMDs and strategic assets. With enemy factions and rival human squads battling for control of key locations, every operation can evolve in unexpected ways. Hajin represents an extreme opportunity for exploration. DMZ also benefits from the advancements in movement and combat systems introduced in Modern Warfare 4. So that's why I was talking so much about Modern Warfare 4's movement when I got to play multiplayer. All that, how the game felt multiplayer, is going to be how the game feels in DMZ. So what you guys have seen, I know they've posted some videos of the movement, like the mantling on the car and then into like carrying your momentum forward and sliding out after you've mantled. That's going to be in DMZ as well. They're not changing the movement for DMZ. It's going to be whatever you've seen so far. will be in DMZ2, which, by the way, is going to be called DMZ, but I'm just saying DMZ2 to differentiate. Okay, including enhanced traversal options like climbing pipes and navigating environmental obstacles with fluidity, alongside refined weapon handling, ballistic authority, and other mechanics that carry across the broader game experience. So again, just to reiterate, anything you've heard about the movement so far will be how it is in DMC1. Oh. Look at that. Tank. You got a tank in the game too now. Advances in enemy combat intelligence. Summary. Improved AI combatants allow for larger combat spaces with coordinated enemy squads, reactive combat behaviors, and more dynamic infantry and vehicle encounters. Modern Warfare 4 brings a new level of combat density beyond anything seen in Call of Duty before. Hostiles throughout the exclusion zone are guarding key areas, traveling in convoys, flying in choppers, and moving in large squads. New squad generation systems help AI adversaries move beyond individual enemy behavior, with units that coordinate, navigate, react, and pressure players more convincingly. Approach lone AI enemies and expect them to take cover and hold position, freeze, or try to break your line of sight. Combined with advances in game engine physics and squad vehicle interactions, these systems make combat feel more active and unpredictable, opening the door for new forms of emergent gameplay. So AI, they're smarter, they're better, they're faster, they're everything. Better AI, bigger brains, big brain AI, confirmed. Okay, here, that's another lieutenant. I get to talk about this too. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to talk about type of lieutenants. So this guy is super sick. I don't know exactly how it works, but obviously, as you guys have seen from the pictures of the map so far and what I've described, the map is a lot more foresty. It gives off kind of like DayZ, Tarkov vibes, even Stalker a little bit, because you got the radiation zone right in the top far right. So it's kind of got this, like, even though it's grounded in reality, it's got like this almost Stalkerish vibe to it. You know, like a war-torn area. And so there, like I said, there are wooded areas in this lieutenant. I don't know if he's in every wooded area, but he's got a bunch of goons. All of them are in ghillie suits, and they will hide. It's kind of like that campaign mission from if you guys remember World at War, where the Japanese just kept popping out of the trees and the bushes. It's kind of like that. That's how this guy's going to be. So he can just destroy you. Like, come at, like, you don't see him, you walk by him because you think he's a bush, and pop, there he is, blasts you, and you're dead. So this was probably one of my favorite lieutenants that I heard about. Very, very cool. Anyways, escalating threats, threat levels trigger stronger enemy responses, increasingly dangerous reinforcements, and elite forces sent to hunt players down. But before we read the rest, you guys can look at this picture while I say, Lee, thank you for the 29 months. Saw going to be PvP leaderboard, and killing lots of players gets a bounty. Yes, that's what I talked about. It's going to be, so there's going to be 2 leaderboards. There's going to be, if you just go rogue and kill a bunch of random innocent players, you're going to develop a bounty. Kind of like One Piece, right? You become I remember, if you want to shoot for it, you can. You can try and become the most wanted player in all of DMC2. You can go for that. But on the flip side, you can play as a bounty hunter. You can try to be like the Mandalorian, right? Or Cad Bane, was that his name from Star Wars? Where there's a leaderboard for that, where if you hunt down a lot of bounties, you collect a lot of bounties, you go up that leaderboard. So you can play however you want. It's super cool. Super, super cool idea. And I remember like I said, a lot of people were asking for this in ARK, and ARK didn't give it, but DMZ will. DMZ will. And again, Lee, thank you very much for the 29 months. Oh, I'm going to be hunted, manhunt. Oh, dude. I hope they add custom games, but I already have like 2 video ideas: how I became the most wanted player in DMZ, and how I became the best bounty hunter in DMZ. If I can do it, we'll see if I can. But I'm gonna go for it. I want to play both ways. So this is right. Like, oh, I don't think I've ever finished. Like, dude, I feel so scatterbrained. Like, I'm all over the place. Something I was describing, when I was saying what extraction games need to do to be successful, one thing I forgot to mention: OBS Studio disconnected, reconnecting. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? Are we live? Can I be heard? Bro's actually tweaking. All right, chillax. Okay, we're good. Okay. So variety. If the game has more variety, more ways to play, you don't have as much repetition in the game. People are going to keep coming back. They're going to play for longer. So the fact that you can do things like this, sick. Super, super cool. All right, let's keep reading. Hostile threats across Hajin range from... Oh, and again, thank you very, very much for the 29 monthly. Thank you very much. You fell asleep 2 minutes ago. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing my best. Hostile threats across Hajin range from ruthless lieutenants leading specialized units to roaming commander enemies that include tanks. So tanks, as you saw, tank is another commander, or lieutenant, they're calling him. Drone swarms, Deathstalker helicopters, juggernauts, and elite strike teams. The DMZ threat system tracks players' activity and escalates enemy responses as operators attract increasing attention inside the region. As threat levels rise, enemy forces mobilize to reassert control, deploying increasingly dangerous reinforcement to hunt players down. These forces include attack helicopters, more dangerous and heavily armored troops, and eventually enemy Deathstalkers being dispatched to chase you down. Cool. So I can talk about this too. They said it themselves, so I can definitely say this. All right. There's basically going to be, if you've ever played GTA 5, you guys know the star system in that game? That's basically what this game's going to have. You can increase your threat level, your star level, whatever you want to call it. And the higher threat you have, or the more stars you have, if you will, the harder the AI become. They'll be like, okay, you know what? First we'll send the grunts, but oh, now this guy's like a 2-star operator. Let's send the elite squad. Oh, now he's 3-star. We're going to send the tank in. Oh, now he's 4-star. Here come the choppers. It's going to be kind of like that. You just keep increasing your threat. It's going to get tougher and tougher. Of course, you can de-escalate if you just chill. They'll lose you. The threat goes down. But there is that. So there is reason to be stealthy now, right? If you just going crazy, just start shooting everyone up, things are going to get tougher for you because you're going to have a lot more AI just focusing on you, sending reinforcements, tanks, yada yada. Anyways, we keep going. Survival depends on more than firepower alone. Success comes from strategy, adaptability, and controlling the pace of combat before the engagement spirals out of control. One of these ways is using the stealth meter. Yes, I get to talk about this too. Okay, this is another thing I wasn't sure I was allowed to talk about. Stealth is in the game. They have a stealth mechanic. So, being stealthy is going to be a lot easier than DMC 1. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to talk about that, but that confirms it. So there is a stealth meter, and that'll help also with de-escalating the threat. But you can be super sneaky. There's a little bar, goes up and down. Like it's kind of, if you've ever played like the single player games, right, where there's like that bar that goes up. Oh, you're alerting this guy. In fact, I think some COD campaigns have had that. It's kind of like that, but there is a proper stealth mechanic in the game. So there is a way to, like in DMZ 1, if you get too close to a bot, even if he's looking the complete opposite direction, bro's just going to 180 you, right? He's going to be like, oh, there you are. Or if bots are shooting at another team, you've probably had this happen too, where you're kind of like looking at a team from decently far away, and then the bot decides to 180 instead of shooting the guy that he genuinely saw, turns around and starts shooting you instead. That's not going to happen in this game. Or at least it shouldn't. Because they got a proper stealth system going on. Anyway, so stealth meter. A system that assists solo players particularly well as it helps you control combat when facing AI enemies. If you're close to being spotted by AI adversaries, expect an audio cue and an indicator on your HUD that changes from white to yellow to orange. So that's the bar I was talking about. So yellow is like, oh, he kind of knows you're there, but he's not sure. Orange is like, oh, he's about to see you. And then after, I guess red is like, oh, you've been spotted. Hit the deck or get back into cover to prevent the observing hostile from being alerted. So you can de-escalate too, right? Okay, cool. So I'm thank you, whoever told me about the blog post. Thank you, because it's allowing me to say a lot more than because the little cheat sheet we got was still kind of vague. Like it didn't say specifically that I could talk about the stealth system or any of that, but I can. Anyways, going on. DMZ progression forward operating base. So I've already discussed this a little bit, but we'll jump right in. A hub between operations. Your FOB can be upgraded to unlock new services, expand operational capabilities, and prepare your squad for future deployments. So again, the way I would describe it kind of is if you've played Delta Force, do you guys remember how you could walk around or use the menu? That's kind of what this is. Or even, you guys remember when I played, this is a bad comparison, but I'm going to say it anyways, the day before, that scam of a game. They kind of had something like that too, where you could walk around, see other people. So this game's going to have it. Right now, as far as I know, it's just squad members that you'll be able to see. But that could change. That could change. But you can see your squad mates and everything. And in the forward operating base, you're going to have the printer, which is where you craft. I think I could say that, whatever. The printer, which is what you use to, it's a 3D printer, which you can use to craft. So you guys need to know that there's crafting. So I'll just say that. That's what it's called, the printer. The 3D printer. You can craft items that you would use to help you in raid. Not sure if I can get to the specifics of that, which items, but a lot of the things that you find in game, you need to exfil with, and then use those resources you found to create something else. And we'll leave it at that. Oh, is this 3D printer right there? Oh, just, okay, I didn't read it. Perfect. Anyways, going on. Before and after every extraction operation... Wait, did I read that right? Before and after every extraction operation inside of the DMZ, players return to their forward operating base, a central hub built around preparation, progression, and long-term squad support. The forward operating base gives players access to key operational services, including the 3D printer crafting station. Cool. So like you said, it's right there. The stash, where inventory items can be stored deployment to deployment. So that's what I talked about. There's a proper stash now in the game. So it's not gonna be like DMZ1 anymore, where you exfil your plates or your, what else can you exfil? Just like random items, GPUs, and that just gets turned into XP. That's not gonna happen anymore. Extra kill streaks would just turn into XP. No, everything you take out with you goes to your stash. So you will actually lose things if you die with things in your bag. There's gonna be a lot more gear for you. The stash where inventory items can be stored, deployment to deployment, weapon purchasing, so that's the vendor I talked about, a firing range, we talked about, bounty boards, we talked about, and additional upgrade systems that unlock over time. So you're going to be able to upgrade the forward operating base too. And they're going to be visual changes too. So you're going to start off, it's going to be like a little campsite or something. But as you progress, you're going to add maybe more stations or just upgrade the stations themselves. And they're going to be visual improvements. So if you're just starting out playing DMZ, your forward operating base is going to look very different from someone who's been playing for a few months straight. It also serves as a staging ground and social hub, which we've talked about, where squad members can regroup, rearm, inspect their operators, assist with onboarding new players, and prepare before deployment. As players earn XP, complete missions, progress through the trait system, gaining the reputation and skill set of an elite tier 1 operator over time, the forward operating base evolves alongside you, unlocking new functionality while visually transforming to get better to better support your growing capabilities. So that's what I basically just said. Going on a tour. Oh, also I forgot to mention third person in the forward operating base, and I think they're going to make it so you can switch between the two. But yes, third person, you're going to be able to run around third person. You'll see if you do buy skins. I'm assuming you're going to be able to buy skins in this. You'll be able to see those outfits. A tour of your forward operating base. The FOB is the operational backbone of DMZ. Access the following via the physical FOB spaces. Oh, before we continue, and just to clarify, if you don't want to run around, like, oh, I want to go craft something, but now I got to run from the firing range to the printer, or I want to go to my stash. I got to run for my printer to the stash, or now I want to get a bounty. I got to run from my stash to the bounty board. There's also a menu system, so you can be super quick if you want. So don't think it's going to take longer to set up. You can still be super quick when setting up. Swatana, thank you for the Prime on Twitch. Thank you very much. Yes, new DMZ is available only on the new Modern Warfare 4. That's it. And Modern Warfare 4 is going to be new gen, or I guess I should say current gen only. So if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One, You won't be able to play DMZ2. You need a PS5, Xbox Series, whatever they call the Xboxes these days. Okay, the FOB is the operational backbone of DMZ, access the following via the physical FOB spaces and streamlined menu navigation. So they mentioned it right there. Note the imagery of the FOB will be unveiled at a later date. Orders and objectives. Track your active missions, review completed objectives, check available completion rewards, and plan future operations before heading back to the field. Stash and loadout. Between deployment, players can manage a persistent inventory containing weapons, equipment, consumables, valuables. So, we got a little confirmation. Valuables are in the game, and special items. Gear can be organized between your stash and your active duty operator's back. Ooh. Pay attention to that. Active duty operator. Wonder what that suggests. Anyways, active duty operators, backpack, and loadout. Each active duty operator has their own backpack and loadout. The stash size can also be upgraded by ranking up in DMZ. Operators looking to infill immediately can choose a free loadout containing combat essentials. So, they confirmed it right here. You guys were asking, are there more than one operators? Are there multiple operators you can play as? Yes. The answer is yes. And as you guys saw, there is a free loadout, but from what I understand, it shouldn't be powerful or too powerful. It's not going to be like Arc Raiders where the free kits were busted. It shouldn't be like that. But it's also, if you're down bad, it'll be a viable option. You're not going to be useless. Wallet. Use in-game cash primarily to purchase weapons and gunsmithing attachments. So somebody was asking, do you have to extract guns to unlock them? You level up the gun and you buy the attachments, basically. It's just like the gunsmith system, but you buy each attachment. You can buy guns themselves from the vendor. You can also find, when in raid, you just find a gun and then you bring it out. So you don't have to buy guns. Anyways. We go on. As well as rescuing MIA operators, paying for lieutenant intel, and much more. So that's right. Another thing is you can, if you want to hunt down. So remember that Woods lieutenant I talk about? And by Woods, I mean the Gilly guy. What was his name? This guy here, Gorani. So you could technically go to this area, pay for intel on where he is. That way is he in the northwest wood? Is he in the southern woods? Which part of the woods is he in? You buy that intel, and it might have a little icon or something saying, he's in this area. But you can also just randomly run into him, of course, right? Maybe you're running away from a team using the trees to break the line of sight, and then, he just pops up. All right, completing missions and ops is the primary source of cash wired directly to the wallet in the FOB. Expenditure of funds is a key consideration in DMZ, and players may wish to employ an active duty operator as a cash mule with particular skills when breaking into vaults, defeating HVTs, or other bounty tagged human prey, or completing dynamic ops to earn cash. 3D printer. Gather resources throughout Hajin and return them to the FOB's crafting station. As a general rule, the 3D printer is capable of manufacturing a vast array of functional equipment and support gear, with a detailed list later in this blog, so we might learn about the items themselves that you can craft. Excluding primary, secondary, and melee weaponry. Recipes unlock the ability to use component resources to craft a wide variety of gear. Items, I'm going to highlight this, recipes. Items like night vision goggles, ballistic vests, backpacks, consumables, kill streaks, and other specialized equipment. All right, sorry. I'm saying I don't need a lot of these questions answered now. So recipes unlock. I'm highlighting that for a reason. Won't say anything else about it though, just in case. So we got night vision goggles, ballistic vests, backpacks, consumables, kill streaks. So we have confirmation kill streaks in the game, and other specialized equipment. Gunsmith. Weapons and related attachments are purchased using cash in Gunsmith. The more effective the weapon or attachment, the more expensive they are. As you progress through mission orders and extract weapon manuals from Hajin, the option of purchasing the weapons directly becomes available, but initially you'll have to rely on weapons scavenged during deployments. You can use cash to modify weapons with attachments you've unlocked, including Apex attachments. I've discussed the Apex attachments a little bit already. The Apex attachments, they're basically like these very special, unique to specific gun attachments, if you will. So there's this one SMG in the game. I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a modern version of, I think, I can't remember if it was a British weapon, but if you've ever played the World War II CODs or any World War II game, that SMG where the mag is on the side of the gun rather than like under, so it's horizontal opposed to vertical. They have a modern version of that where the Apex attachment is a suppressor that when you shoot, I think it does have it might have a con. I think it does. I think it does reduce your bullet velocity, but when you shoot somebody, it doesn't tell them which direction they're getting shot from. Type 100, okay, if that's what, maybe the Sten, I don't know, it's either the Sten or the Type 100, one of them, one of those both sound familiar. Anyways, it's a modern version of that. The Apex attachment is a suppressor, special suppressor, where when you shoot someone, they don't know what direction they're getting shot from, and only that gun has that attachment. It's an Apex attachment just for that gun. I forget which one, what did the AK have? I don't remember. There's a pistol, I remember a pistol has this shotgun attachment, and only this pistol will have. So it's like a revolver or something. Or no, it was a normal, I think it was a normal semi-automatic pistol, and the Apex attachment was an underbarrel shotgun attachment thingy that would just, it had a lot of stopping power based on what I saw. Just knock people across the room. What else? What other Apex attachments do I remember? I don't know. I'll revisit that. If I remember more, I'll talk about it. But each one has a cost. Suppressors, extended mags, powerful optics, and more all cost extra for the added effectiveness. The gunsmith also allows you to add up to 5 attachments to a weapon, along with an Apex attachment. So technically 6 attachments if you get an Apex attachment. However, 8 attachment weapons have also been confirmed within Hajin. Okay, I can speak on this. So, something they're doing to, I guess, you know how Arc Raiders has like, oh, we have the pink guns, those are the rare guns. DMZ is going to have 8 attachment weapons. These 8 attachment weapons you cannot buy. You will not be able to purchase these. They are not going to be sold to the vendor. They're not in the gunsmith. You have to find them. So if you find an 8 attachment gun, you're going to want to exfil that thing. I'm pretty sure after the fact you can customize it up to 8 attachments, of course. It's not going to like reset back to 5, because I remember other games sometimes they do weird things like that, because I remember, I forget what game it was, but another game had a similar system. But if you change the attachments, it would just like reset everything, and you'd only have up to 5 or fewer attachments. I forget the exact number. Anyways, you should be able to just change the attachments on that gun, and that gun will have the attachments. So the only way you're going to find that gun is if you find it by looting, or you kill somebody with it. That's it. So this is adding tension to the game, right? You go in with your 8 attachment weapon, you're like, all right, I don't want to lose this thing. If I lose it, I can't buy it back. It's GG's. Weapon progression tracks across multiplayer and DMZ. All right, cool. Good news. So if you want to play, if you want to level up your, I guess, yeah, I should speak more on this. If you want to level up, so when you start in the gunsmith, not every attachment is gonna be unlocked. If you play a lot of multiplayer, level up a gun, then go to play DMZ for the first time. Say you level up the M4 completely. M4, you should be able to buy every single attachment. Every single attachment. But if you didn't level up the AK, there are going to be some attachments that you cannot purchase yet. So you still have to level up guns. Weapon vendor. DMZ operators with enough in-game cash can purchase additional specialized weaponry from the FOB's military supplier. These weapons are added directly to your stash. The selection is, wait, let me read that again. DMZ operators with enough in-game cash can purchase additional specialized weaponry from the FOB's military supplier. These weapons are added directly to your stash. Okay. That's kind of just reading to read there. The selection is limited and rotating, refreshing after a period of real time has occurred. If you're after a professionally built armament and don't have the time to extract or purchase a gun and modify it, or use the gunsmith, then this is an excellent option. Weapon vendor firearms can be adjusted just like the scavenge or purchase weapons and don't negatively affect your looting or progression. So if you're lazy, you can just buy pre-made guns, basically, like guns with set attachments. Maybe it'll tell you like, oh, this is a close quarter combat build. This is a long range build. You can just quickly buy that if you don't want to go through the gunsmith. In addition to the gunsmith, though, I don't know if it's going to be in it probably will be in DMZ, but in multiplayer, they had this thing called Gunny, where it was like this. It's almost like an AI thing that would build your gun. If you could have it build a close quarter weapon, long range, and you could keep re-rolling it, and it would make a gun for you. So that's another fast way to make guns. You don't have to go to the vendor necessarily. You could just use a Gunny. I assume. I don't know for sure. I'm kind of just assuming based on what I saw in the multiplayer event. But use Gunny, and then you just buy those attachments, and you should be good. Alternatively, like I said there, just go to the vendor, buy that gun. Player coming in with the $2. Is DMZ going to be free? No. So DMZ 2 is not going to be free. It's going to be part of Modern Warfare 4, which means the game's coming out October 23rd. It's going to be at least $70, depending on which edition you get. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing because although it won't completely stop cheaters by any means, it's just another hindrance, right? Another obstacle, and I think that could be a good thing. Might mean fewer cheaters. Not necessarily, but it might. Bad thing is, you gotta pay for it. So not as many people will play. Well, that's not necessarily true. Not many people would be able to play if the game had been free to play, let's put it that way. These weapons, I forget where we left off. Okay, we read all that. Perfect. Firing range, first person. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say this. So, firing range, I think, is only first person. You automatically switch into first person when going there. The forwarding, again, the FOB right now is third person. When I heard about it, there wasn't a way to go to first person, but I believe they might add that. So you can switch between the two. But for now, when you're outside, like going to your printer or your stash, like the stations, basically, that's in third person. But when you go to the firing range, you automatically switch to first person. Located adjacent to the gunsmith and vendor, the firing range allows operators to test primary and secondary weapon builds in a dedicated first-person training environment. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. There's no loading time for the firing range. You just walk up to it. It's really cool. It's not like DMZ 1 where you have to like go to your gunsmith, go to the weapon, hit the firing range button, and then you have to wait for it to load for a second. You just walk up to it and you're chilling. You're in the firing range. Bada bing, bada boom. Kind of like those of you that watch my, what was it called, Ready or Not stream. You could just walk to the firing range there. Same idea. Is Warzone gone completely? I don't know anything about Warzone. That I don't know. Also, guys, thank you for the likes. We're almost at 1,000 on the day. We've been talking a lot, dude. I haven't even played any games. We've been talking for an hour straight. Holy smokes. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to answer a lot more questions. I just want to like get a feel for everything I can talk about. Because they gave me a list of things I could say, but it was quite vague, and I've reading this learned about more things I can talk about and build upon. Boss board, review the latest intel on hostile lieutenants. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, we skipped this one. Active duty, manage your available operators, including those awaiting recovery after failed exfils. Okay, let me talk about this. So they kind of already mentioned it, but this is a lot clearer, so I can talk about this. So I already said they're going to have multiple operators. We already found that out. When you die in raid, you lose everything that you had on you. It's gone, including your operator. But you can buy that operator back. You are able to do that. So if somebody dies, you can't use them unless you spend some money. So the more ways to spend your money, or the more reasons to spend your money, the better. So this is going to be another reason to spend money. It's not going to be like DMZ 1 where you had multiple operators, but if somebody died, they just lose their gear. You could instantly use that operator again. Not anymore. When somebody dies, it's almost like they're really dead, and you pay to revive them, essentially. When is 2.0 released? October 23rd. Okay, moving on. Each operator maintains their own persistent backpack, persistent loadout, and persistent trait tree. Yes, I can talk about that. Okay, cool. So, skill trees are in the game. And each skill tree is tied to each individual operator. So you can have many operators with each one having a completely different skill tree. If you want one skill tree or one operator to be a movement-based operator, max out the movement skill tree. Boom, that guy's going to fly around. But maybe you want another operator who is perhaps more intel focused. He's going to maybe I don't know what I can say, but whatever. More intel focused, you get it. Maybe he knows what lieutenants are, right? He's able to spot lieutenants easier or something like that. I don't know. You can do that. But if your mobility guy dies, you got to buy him back. And the more skills these operators have, the more expensive they're going to be to buy back. So if you have a maxed out skill tree operator, he dies, you're going to spend a lot of money to bring him back. But if you've got another character who has maybe just one skill, just one trait to his name, he's going to be cheap to bring back. So the better your operator, the more expensive it's going to be to revive him. Wait, we pay real money every time an operator dies? No, in-game money, in-game money. Anytime I talk about money right now, in-game money, not real money. That would be crazy. Not real money. This is all in-game money. So what is tie? Okay, so each operator, it says that they have their own loadout. That doesn't mean they have their own stash. There is just one stash that every operator shares. So if you have a bunch of guns that let's say you only use one operator and you go on a crazy exfil streak with him. You accumulate all this gear, add it to your stash, and then eventually you die with that guy. You can then select a new operator, but you can equip, or you can use anything in this stash that the first operator found. You can use those items to equip and set your guy ready. Dude, I can't even speak right now. What am I trying to say? You can use anything you found with the first operator. You can put on your second guy and go back in. So every operator shares the same stash, but they have their own loadouts, if you will. So anything that one guy, it's like DMZ1. DMZ1. Every operator had their own loadout. Think that, but they all share a stash. Okay. Brett coming with $5. Thank you, Brett. Hey, Onik, are you going to make a video with a rundown on all the new DMZ info? I could. I definitely could. I haven't yet, though. This mission readiness allows players to prepare specialized kits for different deployment styles, which I kind of talked about. Operator traits, see below, can also be managed here. Yeah, so that's huge. That's huge. Oh, because their wallet. Yes, there's a wallet. Can you get infinite money? I don't know that. We'll see. So your operators are on a cooldown after they die. No, they're not on a cooldown. You gotta buy them back. So if you don't have the money to buy an operator back, you can't use that guy anymore. That guy who, if you maxed out his mobility skill tree, when he dies, and if you don't have the money to buy him back, you can't use him until you have the funds. You can't. Doesn't feel casual enough, in my honest opinion. I think it will be. It might sound scary, but I think that the game is going in a personal way. I know, this is all subjective, but I think it's going in a good direction because extraction games thrive on tension. So adding this tension, it's not going to be. I doubt it's going to be impossible to buy. It's not going to be like. It can't be too tough to like. If it feels like it's impossible to buy back an operator, then I can see that being a problem. I doubt it's going to feel impossible. It's going to, you'll notice it probably like, oh crap, I got to spend money on this guy. But it's not going to be like, shoot, I'm not going to be able to use this guy for a month or 2 weeks. I doubt it's going to be that bad. If they really want this game to appeal to the masses, they're going to have to make it less hardcore than Delta Force, but more hardcore than Arc Raiders. I think that's where the gap in the market is, and that seems to be where the game's heading. So I think this is all really good. Future manhunts will be expensive unless they add custom games. If they add custom games, that might be good. From what I saw, just in case anyone's scared, from what I saw, nothing seemed too complicated. It still felt like it was easy to grasp. Not too tough. Not too tough. I think I think right now we're kind of just giving you guys a bunch of information at once. It's tough to take in. But I think it's still going to be very accessible. It's going to be accessible, especially after Arc Raiders kind of got people familiar with the genre. It's going to feel accessible. It should, based on what I understand. Okay. Should we keep going? Delta Force has an instant TTK, and I doubt this will have that. It'll feel more like DMZ 1 for sure. It's not you're not going to be like. I mean, they're not going to be there's not going to be different bullet types like Delta Force. It's going to be like DMZ where you just got the AR ammo, SMG ammo. You're not going to have like purple bullets, gold bullets, red bullets. None of that. None of that. Different operator, arbitrary. Okay, so we read all that, yeah. Shall we go on? You think there are too many changes? No, I think this is good. This is good, in my opinion. Anyways, whatever. We go on. Boss board. Review the latest intel on hostile lieutenants. High-ranking enemy targets operating throughout Hajin before you drop into a match and attempt to neutralize these targets. Here you can pay for intel related to a particular lieutenant that allows you to pinpoint their location more accurately and reach them before your rivals do. Or climb hunt towers across Hajin, accessing a terminal to receive intel on the closest lieutenant to your location. Select the lieutenant, and they drop a set of dog tags. Ooh, okay. We have more to unpack here, but I kind of already talked about this. You can pay to find out where a lieutenant is. Again, we'll bring out the ghillie guy who hides in the woods. He could be in any section of the map, I think, in the woods. If you want to kill him for maybe a mission or something, or his dog tag, you can pay for the intel on him. Or, like it said here, you can go to these towers, and at the top of the tower is this like lieutenant intel station. But that won't give you, if you're looking for a specific lieutenant, that'll just give you the closest lieutenant to you. So maybe if you just want to randomly kill lieutenants, then that station will be good for you. And it should be free too. I think if you do the tower, it's free. But again, you can't pick which lieutenant you find. You get the intel on. Anyways, lieutenant dog tags are big too. Exfilling with these spoils of combat helps populate your boss board and is helpful to your continued success as a lieutenant killer. However, they are equally valuable to enemy squads who can track you via any lieutenant dog tags you've acquired during the match. So this is basically like the weapons case. If you kill a lieutenant and then pick up their dog tag, you are marked on the map for people to see, just like the weapon case. I don't know if it's real-time tracking, because the weapons case, you would see it move every pixel, right? Every second, you'd see where it went. I don't know if it's going to be like that, or if it's going to be like, oh, it'll ping every 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Kind of like the hunt contracts, that would move every so often. Don't remember if it's like that, or if it's just purely like the weapons case, where if somebody goes left and then right, you see that instantly. You can see, you see everything they're doing in real time. Don't remember how that's going to work exactly, but these are kind of like the weapon cases from DMZ 1. Expect fierce resistance from rival teams attempting to appropriate your lieutenant dog tags, usually at hot exfil points, so they can populate their own boss board. The alpha badge agreement with the $2. PvE mode, can we plead or join teams? Don't know about PvE mode. I did mention it to them though. I thought it would be a good idea. I don't know if they had that already in the works or if they're planning on doing that. No idea. Can we plead or join teams? You can join teams, so you can have up to 4 players, but there is no more pleading. No more pleading. That's it. All right. Hey, JGod, what up? Learning things that were in the presentation. Yeah, no, they're actually giving a lot of information here. So this is cool. This is very cool. Expect fierce resistance from rival teams attempting to appropriate your... Wait, did I read this? Yeah, I read that. Sorry. Bounty leaderboard. So we already talked about this too. Monitor the most dangerous rival players currently operating inside the exclusion zone. Self-explanatory. Deploy. There's also going to be, like I said, the opposite. If you want to be the best bounty hunter in the game, there's going to be a leaderboard for that too. So if you want to be a good boy or be like the Mandalorian, you'll get to do that. Or if you ever play DayZ, you know how they had the hero and the bandits? It'll be kind of like that. You're not a fan about buybacks? Oh, it's not gonna. You don't buy back people if sorry if I wasn't clear. You don't buy back people in the game. It's out of raid. If you die with someone, then you have to buy them back. Just in case there was confusion. It's not gonna be like, oh, my teammate's dead, but I can go to a buy station and buy him back, and then he respawns like in Warzone. It's not gonna be like that. That's not what I meant. Okay. Deploy. Before deploying into dynamic operations or free roam, your squad can choose how to infill with the paid infill system. Oh, yes, I get to talk about this too. Okay, this is sick. So there are multiple ways to infill now. You can just do the traditional way, which is free, where you infill just at a random spawn point, boots on the ground, easy peasy. Or you can pay like $75K to infill with a chopper. You get a chopper from the get-go. It's going to cost money, but you can do that. Or you can buy a bike. You start with a bike, or I think there's also a car you can buy. But there are multiple ways to infill now, right? So if you're somebody who doesn't want to get like spawn rushed, buy the chopper. You're not getting spawn rushed. You infill with a little bird, which is sick. It's absolutely sick. Let's see. What else does it? Go quiet on foot or fast and loud in a helicopter or large plane. Okay, I didn't even know about the plane, I don't think. So there's gonna be a plane too that you can use. What I knew about the helicopter, not the plane. Unless I just forgot about it and missed that. Do you have the need for a vehicle dropped with you? The game has got you covered. So again, just to reiterate, if you don't want to get spawn push, insta spawn push, you don't have to. Buy a vehicle. Buy a motorcycle, buy a car, buy a chopper, buy a friggin' plane. That's gonna be sick. Questions? Or should I keep going? Okay, start from the beginning. I just got here. Oh, alright. Alright. Scoop just got here. Gotta go back to the start. Again, thank you for the likes, everyone. We are almost at 1,000. Can we hit... This might be crazy. Can we hit 1,000 likes in the next 15 minutes? Before the 2-hour mark. We'll say that. Can we do it? Can we do it? UAVs. Still not sure what I can say. I'm playing it safe just in case. But we have confirmed kill streaks. So maybe. Maybe there are. Playing probably be like BR mode. Well, I know, so the chopper's like a little bird. So that won't have gunners. If you were thinking like, oh, so the plane gonna be like an AC-130, that would be crazy. But I don't know though. Why would you get a plane though over a chopper if the plane doesn't have guns to it, you know? Who knows? Who knows? I didn't know about the plane. Maybe that'll have... like, what if it's a proper AC-130? You like spend $1 million infill with a AC-130? That would be insane. That would be friggin' wild. So the manhunt will be the bounty board. No. So what I'm hoping for is that they add custom games, something that is separate from the actual progression. So you just have everything unlocked. You can equip whatever you want. And then we could do a proper manhunt like we've done in DMZ 1 where you guys just, we invite you to my game or whatever, and you hunt my team down. I'm hoping they add custom games. I get that that's not a priority because they got to make a good game first. But if there's time, I'm hoping they do that. I did talk to them about it. So I, at the very least, planted a seed in their head. At the very least. Is there going to be more maps later on or with launch? I don't know for sure. Playing probably Warzone. Helo jump. Oh, you think, I see what you mean. You think you're just gonna like jump out of the plane and parachute wherever you want? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because AC-130 would be busted. Can you imagine? Yeah, that's probably what it is now that you mention it. You probably just jump like the Battle Royale. So it's more like a parachute spawn then, where you can parachute wherever you want. In fact, that's exactly what it's going to be. It has to be that. I was more thinking like, oh, you're going to be able to drive a plane? That's sick. That's still very cool. That's still very cool. But you're right. That's what it's going to be. 6:30 p.m. Where the hell are you? Oh, yeah, I didn't mention. So I'm in Italy. This is our first stream in Italy right now. I don't know. Have you guys been able to hear cars honking outside, or the European ambulances, sirens? You guys heard that? How does the mic sound? Does it sound like my normal setup? Is everything good? Yeah, I was going to talk about that afterwards, though. But first, I want to talk about this. How fast is the plating up? It's probably close to what DMZ is. Okay. Shall we go on? Mike Gucci, good. Everything sounds... Yeah, I guess you guys didn't even realize I was somewhere else. Up until you saw the clock. Onik, how about healing gonna work? Like, do you need meds, or does it self-regen? Alright, let me read through everything first. It looks like we might talk about that here. I don't want to accidentally break NDA. So just in case, let's just keep going through this, but keep in the back of your head. Keep in the back of your head. Summary, recruit and custom... Wait, what is this? DMZ progression, active duty operators. Okay, so we're going to learn more about the operators and progression. Recruit and customize a roster of specialized operators while earning progression through every operation inside the DMZ. DMZ features a dedicated progression system built around a persistent inventory and long-term operator growth. With the FOB's active duty menu, players can create multiple operators as the active duty slot system returns from DMZ beta. We've already kind of talked a lot about this, so we'll run through it. With each operator owning a backpack and a loadout, persistent through multiple deployments, and customize them through the trait system, assembling a roster of professional recruits suited for different mission types and playstyles. So that's what I was saying. You can build one operator to be like super mobility focused, one guy is maybe stealth focused, one guy is maybe looting focused, one guy you could design him to be intel focused. They can also be a mix, right? You don't have to go only mobility. You can say, you know what, I want this guy to be mobility and stealthy. I want this guy's gonna be intel based. He's gonna be a good looter, maybe. Stuff like that, right? You can mix it. You can mix and match. But each operator is gonna have, you can create whatever skill tree you want. Every operator, if you want, can have the exact same skill tree. If you want to play it and you're like, you know what, I only want to have fast mobility, that's how I'm going to design every operator. You can do that. You can totally do that. But this is great because, again, adding variety. The more variety in an extraction shooter, the better. Because now you can play completely different. Every operator is going to feel like a new character. I mean, it is a new character, but you know what I'm saying. You don't have to, like, I feel like sometimes with Ark, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a new account, a whole new account to play a different way. Like, I had the hardcore rules, right? You're not really going to have to do that. This game, you just, boom, make a new operator for free. You're good to go. Too much setup is not fun. There's not too much setup. It's still, all these operators, they share the same stash. This is variety. It's not complicated. It's not complicated at all. Like, I got the gist of it instantly, super quick. I saw it, boom, got it. Took me one game to understand everything, if even that. It might be confusing at first for people who haven't played an extraction game, but if you've played DMZ 1, you should get it really quickly. It's pretty self-explanatory when you see it. Like, I got the hang of it right away. Did not, like, I was, yeah, no, it was fine. Okay, DMZ feature, where were we? Trade system, assembling a roster of professional recruits suited for different mission types and playstyles. The more players accomplish during an operation, the more XP and progression rewards they earn, encouraging more risk-taking and deeper exploration. These multiple layers of progression provide a deep and rewarding experience. Global player and DMZ XP. Story missions, dynamic operators, and side ops are all excellent methods of obtaining XP, along with additional activities and enemy takedowns. This is irrespective of whether you successfully exfil or not. There are no XP penalties for dying during a match. DMZ XP. All XP earned in DMZ upgrades your FOB unlocks new stations in your FOB and ranks up your operator. This allows you to unlock game-changing traits to customize your playstyle. We've talked tons about that already. Trait operator progression system. Within the active duty station of the FOB, players can spend earned trait points on individual operators to improve their effectiveness across a variety of disciplines, utilizing them from a roster of persistent characters. Earn trait points during missions and invest them into one of 3 trait trees, each leaning into different skill sets related to combat, scavenging, and other capabilities. I hope they add more skill trees, though. I did mention that. So right now they're 3. I hope that they add more. It would be really cool. I think it would be super cool. And because each character is separate, there'd be no problem with just adding a new skill tree. It wouldn't be like, people wouldn't feel like, oh, now I gotta reset my skill tree. They're like, okay, we'll just make a new character and I'll build him appropriately with the new skill tree. So hopefully they do that with maybe future seasons. They'll like, maybe every 2 seasons they add a whole skill tree. But right now they're 3. 3 skill trees. Each leaning into different skill set related to combat, scavenging, and other capabilities. Points are tied to the operator who earn them, unlock traits, along with passive benefits that allow you the freedom to specialize individual operators for specific roles, including proficiency in PvP engagement, infiltration, looting, recoveries, or as a cash mule. So we've already kind of talked about some of the ways you could design your operator. DMZ, okay, so now talking about looting, we might get into some of the items in the game here. A lot of you guys were asking me about that. Oh, do you want me to zoom in? Sorry. I should know this from the start. Is this better? I don't know why I didn't do that before. Thank you, Edwin. All good? So we can't revive teammates. Yes, you can still revive teammates. It's going to be like DMZ 1. If you die and you have a teammate alive, he can come revive you. There's still the down, right? So you go down, he revives you when you're down. If you die, you're proper dead. Your team can leave the area, and if the hostile team that killed you, they leave, your teammates can come back and pick you up. So that's still a thing. It's not going to be like Delta Force 2, where Delta Force, I think you only had 1 death, right? If you died once, they could res you. And then if you died again, you were out. DMZ is not going to be like that. It's going to be a lot more casual friendly. You can die as many times as you please. And your teammates can still pick you up. And yeah, I can do that too. Reject the cookies. Barty coming with a 25er. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning or afternoon for me, as you can see. Sparty knew I was here, though. I told him. How are you, my man? Thank you for the 25. Yeah, I should sub to Spartacus if you haven't. Absolute goat he is. Let's continue. Looting. We might find out. Let's see what they tell us about the items in the game, or if they do. Supplies where they should be. Okay, I forgot to say that myself. So, before I read, I'll just quickly say, if you want to look for like medical items, go into the hospital. That would be a good place to go. If you want to look for guns, go to the police station. If you want to, or the military base, right? It's going to be kind of like, what game does that? DayZ. DayZ does that too. I don't think Arc Raiders does that. Arc Raiders, no, Arc Raiders kind of does. That's not true. They kind of do, but also loot feels quite random in that game. Like, I feel like I can find blueprints anywhere. I can find weapons anywhere. But I know like they have like the mechanical area, I think it's called, or something, and the electronic area. They kind of have that, but I think this game's going to have even more. DayZ does that a lot, where, you know, you want to find bandages in DayZ, you got to go to the hospital. If you want to find guns, same idea. You go to the police station in DayZ. You want to go to the military base for night vision goggles. Anyways, DMZ is going to have that. But they'll probably go in more detail here. We'll see. Before we get started, though, the Alpha Badger says, with the $2, what does the health plate system look like? All right, let's keep reading, just in case. It says recovery features here. I just want to make sure I don't break NDA, because there's certain things I probably still can't say. But yeah, we'll go through this, and then I'll determine based on what they say whether I can say something or not. We'll get there. Stick with me. Okay, looting. Search for weapons, equipment, and crafting materials placed naturally throughout the region based on location and strategic value. Looting is a core part of progression in DMZ, built around meaningful resource gathering that rewards players who learn the region, study the map, and understand where valuable resources might be found. Finding unique ingredients in Hajin becomes a major focus, especially as you learn recipes. I'm going to highlight that again. I'm going to highlight both. Learn recipes. Learn recipes. I think I'm safe to say this, based on, because this is now the second time they've mentioned recipes. This game is going to basically have blueprints from Warzone. I mean, from Arc Raiders. Same idea. You're going to have to learn recipes. Learn blueprints. Got to find the recipes. Okay, going on. Combinations of ingredients allowing the creation of better gear. Hunting for rarer ingredients that build more powerful equipment, like printing kill streaks. Improved plate carry. Okay, improved plate carrier. So there is a plate carrier system. I'm allowed to say that. There are plate carriers. I'll highlight improved plate carriers. Improved, so there are different types of plate carriers. Or backpack types, so there are different backpacks too. We already had that in DMZ 1. And searching for recipes that upgrade your 3D printer to enable you to print even more potent items results in a much more meaningful looting experience. Lucy has questions for me. Okay, we'll answer. Let me read through all this. Anyone can answer me questions. I am reading this. I'm realizing there's a lot more I can talk about than I thought. Dude, I should show you the screenshot of what they said I could talk about. It was so vague compared to everything that they're giving me here. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 bullet points. And 2 of those are like, one of them is like what I can't talk about. So 8 bullet points of what I could talk about. But they went crazy with this blog. Right, so you find recipes, and you can use those recipes to craft better and better gear or items, better gear. Potent items, as I said, results in much more meaningful looting experience. So now, you find a good recipe in Raid, you're going to want to take that out, right? Supplies and loot are primarily distributed in ways that feel grounded and logical within the world itself, encouraging smart exploration and decision-making. Police stations contain combat gear and tactical equipment. Hospitals may have scarce medical supplies. Residential districts offer valuable crafting resources and scavenge materials designed to minimize inventory friction and keep players focused on action. The looting system emphasizes player agency, preparation, and risk versus reward. I was just rereading that. Dude, sometimes when I read, I kind of just read the words and then don't actually process what I was reading. So I was just trying to see if I could say anything more based on that. Okay. DMZ progression crafting. Build the gear you need. Summary. Gather resources throughout Hajin and use the upgraded 3D printer system to craft equipment, weapons, and high-end gear. We've talked a lot about this too. Let's see if they give us any other. Oh, okay. They're going through all the. I'm gonna go up here. I don't want to. Let's not spoil anything. Let's read this quick. Crafting gives players greater control over how they prepare for future operations by transforming recovered resources into valuable equipment and combat-ready tools. Materials are disassembled automatically during a mission, so players can stay focused on the action. While inventory management is easy to navigate, extracted loot can be used back at your FOB with an intuitive crafting system built around a powerful, upgradable 3D printer capable of unlocking increasingly advanced crafting options, allowing players to manufacture equipment and rare gear. The categories of gear you can 3D print are as follows. Here are the categories of gear. You ready? Here it comes. First, gear. Nice. Tactical equipment such as NVGs and parachutes. Okay, somebody asked that question. Are there going to be parachutes in the game? Yes. But it's an item you have to apply to your loadout. So you're not going to have automatic parachutes anymore. which means there's going to be a lot of you are going to die to fall damage. You're going to forget. You're going to forget. But parachutes are now an item. No more automatic parachuting. Backpacks. Packs of varying sizes and specializations carried into a match. So we know that there's going to be multiple size plates, which we have in DMZ1. DMZ1 right now has 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate. And specializations. Perks. Maybe they're going to have the med vest or the stealth vest or the tempered vest or the comms vest from DMZ1. Maybe even more. Maybe we'll see. Plate carriers craft different types of armor vests. So they're, as you know, they're going to be different armor vests with different specializations. We'll use that word. Tactical, stock up on strategic non-lethal equipment, so like stuns, all that. Lethals, grenades, thrown at us, whatever. Simple offensive equipment designed to damage or eliminate threats. Consumables, beneficial items from painkillers to radiation blockers. So you guys were kind of asking about the healing system and all that. We'll get more into it, but painkillers should give you an idea. Field upgrades, abilities providing tactical support or intelligence. Unlike multiplayer, field upgrades in DMZ do not recharge. It's going to be one-time use like DMZ1. You guys are used to that. Fire support items. Deployable offensive kill streak support. So, you know, this is Call of Duty. They're going to be kill streaks. I don't remember which ones exactly they have, but I don't know. If you play DMZ1, airstrike is a good example. There could be an airstrike in the game. Tracked recipes, a series of tagged recipes you're on the hunt for. So they're gonna have a tracking system. I think Arc Raiders kind of have something like this. Other extraction games do too. If you want to craft a specific vest, you can track the recipes required, and when you're looting, when you find one of those required items, it'll have like a star on it, or it might even say what it's used for. I forget, but that way you know, oh, I need this item. It'll make learning what you need a lot easier, a lot faster. Special items, a wide variety of items used for a wide variety. Okay, cool. Special items. The deeper players push into the region, the more opportunities they uncover to secure rarer resources needed to support stronger loadouts and specialized playstyles. DMZ progression, weapon condition, and variants. Summary. Recover damaged weapons and rarer enemy variants shaped by the harsh realities of the exclusion zone. Okay, cool. So, we kind of talked about the 8 attachment weapon already. Rare enemy variants shaped by the harsh realities. Enemy variants. I don't even completely know about this. I know, so damaged weapons, I do know about this. Bots, when you kill them, their guns are trash. It's gonna, like, the guns are proper damage. Like, the iron sights might be bent. If they have a red dot, the screen might be cracked or something like that, hindering the visibility. Rarer enemy variant shaped by the harsh realities of the exclusion zone. All I know is the 8 attachment weapon. Maybe there's more. I wonder. Rarer enemy variants. Maybe certain lieutenants have special guns themselves. I don't know. After combat, players can scavenge for dropped armaments, many with damaged optics, broken attachments, unstable weapon components, and improvised field repairs that affect both appearance and handling. High-value lieutenants also carry uniquely customized... Okay, so they explain it here. Uniquely customized weapons featuring attachments and camouflage finishes. Ooh, okay. Is there going to be zones with different difficulty levels? Red, orange, yellow. I don't think so. DMZ progression, recovery features, extract or die trying. And again, we'll talk way more about, or like we'll do a Q&A, proper Q&A afterwards. I'm kind of like picking and choosing questions here and there. We'll get through everything. Don't worry. We'll give you guys time to ask questions. Extract or die trying. Summary. Failed extractions carry real consequences, but recovery features ensure players can continue progressing and return to the fight. Those squads have multiple options to exfil from Hajin, from helicopters to skyhooks. Not every deployment ends in success. Did you guys hear that? Multiple options to exfil from Hajin, from helicopters to skyhooks. That's what this picture is right here. This is a skyhook. You're not just going to have the traditional DMZ 1 chopper. You're going to have other ways to exfil. I haven't seen it in action, but I know of this, the skyhook. You just attach to a rope and the plane zips you on out. And then obviously the helicopters, you guys know about that. But multiple exfil options. Excuse me, this time around. DMZ 1 only, I mean, I guess eventually they had Koshi Complex, but before that, they only had the choppers, where there was one of the 3 normal exfils, personal chopper, or final chopper. There's going to be more in DMZ 2. When an operator is downed, they may be rescued, left to fend for themselves, or become lost in action. Fortunately, there are additional options. All right, so we're getting into the healing a bit more. So we already know about the painkillers. Tourniquet. A new survival mechanic is the tourniquet, allowing you to heal to a wounded... Excuse me, I've got the hiccups right now. Allowing you to heal to a wounded state if you don't have self-revive equipped. So you have confirmation of self-revive that is in the game. You won't last long after a tourniquet application, so you'll need to apply additional medical items to reach full health. So what this is saying, if you go down, I can probably, I gotta be careful, but I can probably say more on this. So I think everyone has a default tourniquet. If you go, I forget how to work. If you died, if you went down, I think it acted like a self-res too, the tourniquet, in a way. But anyways, what I remember is that what it's trying to say here is, like, when you get picked back up, you might not have the ability to get back to 100% health. Might only be like 80% max or something. I forget how it worked exactly. So you only heal up to 80%, and you'll need to apply additional medical items, maybe like a bandage or something, to reach full health, to make it so that you can recover back to 100%. So there's going to be like a little cap if you go down or something, or you die. I forget exactly how it worked. And you need like a bandage or something to make it so you can heal back to 100% health. Similar to Delta, exactly. Kind of like Delta Force, except Delta Force, there was no way to fix that. This game, there's a way to fix it. There is a way to fix it. Okay. Moving on, we good? MIA system. For those lost in action, the new MIA system allows players to expend in-game cash at the FOB and deploy rescue teams to recover them and continue their progression without starting from scratch. And deploy rescue teams to recover. Okay, so we already talked about all that. So again, just to reiterate, in case you're just tuning in, if your active duty operator dies, you can spend... You don't get to use him again unless you spend money. You have to bring him back. You have to rescue him. It's going to cost money. The more decked out your guy is, as in like the more skills he has, the more traits he has, the more expensive he's going to be. But nonetheless, regardless, you're going to have to buy back operators. Okay. DMZ is designed to... Oh, another thing. I said that the operators share a stash. Same goes for the wallet. It's not the case where every operator has their own wallet. I'm pretty sure that's all shared. So you have like one main wallet. Every operator can use that money. It's not the case that every operator has their own individual wallet. DMZ is designed to preserve the tension and high stakes risk that define extraction shooter gameplay while remaining a little more forgiving than traditional extraction experiences. So a lot of people are afraid that the game won't feel casual. I still think it will feel casual. I think so. But there's going to be more tension. I think right now, the vibe I'm getting, what I'm hoping, is that they're shooting for something in between Arc Raiders. Not quite as casual as Arc Raiders. Where Arc Raiders kind of failed was the end game stuff. There wasn't any real exciting loot. Like, yeah, it was cool to find a Bobcat, but there wasn't really that item where, oh, I found the Heart of Africa. I gotta extract this, or I found the rocket fuel. If you guys remember, those of you that watched my Delta Force streams, the rocket fuel adventure we had on Delta Force was so much fun. So I'm hoping DMZ goes in that direction, but at the same time, I don't want it to be as complicated as Delta Force, as hardcore, because that becomes a pain. It's not as accessible. You got to learn about different ammo types. You gotta learn about what else did Delta Force have? All the armor system. I don't know. Delta Force was maybe too complicated. So I'm hoping that this is kind of like smack in the middle between Arc Raiders and Delta Force. Also, I'm seeing Earl Shatter coming over in the Twitch chat. What up, my man? I got to meet him during the event. Awesome guy. Follow Earl Shatter if you haven't. Gotta follow him. Absolute legend he is. Nice to see you here, my man. All right, let's go on. Every infill is still a gamble, with valuable rewards, equipment, and resources on the line until you successfully extract. While failed operations carry meaningful setbacks, players continue earning XP, unlocking rewards and traits, and advancing long-term progression. Every deployment moves you forward, but greater success still demands skill and tactical judgment. Ooh, PvP, hunter or hunter killer. So we've talked a lot about this already too. We'll see what they say. Summary: take down rival operators, build notoriety, and climb the bounty leaderboard as the hunt escalates. Moose coming in with a 199. DMC will be the extraction shooter final boss. That would be cool. That would be cool. Let's get into it. And thank you, Moose, for the $2, my man. The hostile forces occupying Hajin are dangerous enough, but they're not the only threat in the exclusion zone. Other squads or solo players are also deploying into Hajin. Other squads or solo players? Well, I guess squads. Okay, I was thinking, are they going to only have trios and solos? Because squads can be duos too, though, technically. Because I'm pretty sure, again, when I talked about the matchmaking, like solo duo trios, I didn't get confirmation that it was going to work that way, but it was definitely something they were considering. So it might not be the case, but again, just to reiterate, the way I understand it's going to work is if you go in solo, you'll be in a lobby with solo players. Duos, you'll be in a lobby with duos. Trios, you'll be in a lobby with trios. There's not going to be a solos, duos, trios playlist. But it's good. Just think Arc Raiders. You just hit play, and it recognizes how many players in your party. However, that being said, they're going to make it so that you can still solo trio. If that's the route they do go down. Again, I'm not 100% I'm not saying that's 100% confirmed, but that was the vibe I was getting. I think that is the direction they're going to go in. Anyways. Where did I leave off? Other squads or solo players are also deploying into Hajin, adding an unpredictable human element to every operation as players compete for valuable objectives and extraction opportunities. Every encounter carries uncertainty, forcing squads to decide whether to engage. For players who thrive on competition, DMZ's bounty system turns every engagement with rival operators into a risk versus reward decision. Hunting other players raises your notoriety and puts a price on your head. We've discussed this. So the more people you kill, if you start killing a bunch of innocent solos, your bounty's going up. Kind of like One Piece, right? Think of Luffy's trying to get the highest bounty. You're going to be able to do that. There's a leaderboard for that. And then I'm sure they'll discuss, but there's going to be also on the flip side, if you want to be the best bounty hunter, there's going to be a leaderboard for that as well. Puts a price on your head, making you more visible and easier to track. As a player's notoriety grows, successful hunters can become some of the most dangerous targets inside Hajin. Earn a place on the infamous bounty leaderboard by becoming a notorious killer or a bounty hunter. So they're discussing that. Bounty hunter leaderboard 2. Secure rival dog tags and successfully extract for substantial payouts along with serious bragging rights. Every operator eliminated raises both the rewards and the dangers of operating inside Hajin, though hunting bounty targets can lessen the target on your own back. Very, very exciting. Souls are never innocent. Oh, no, trust me, we know. We know. Proximity chat. So, we've already confirmed it, but proximity chat's it's going to be in the game. We kind of described how it was going to work, more or less. But let's see what they say. In these high-tension situations where life and death hang in the balance, you'll need to stay frosty and employ vocal communication to end an engagement, either peacefully or with a satisfactory kill. With an upgraded engine comes a revamped proximity chat, allowing you to listen to or mute. I like how they added that, just in case somebody says gamer words. Rival operators within the vicinity of you or your squad, along with the following improvements. Distance-based vocal fall-off. Expect to find it easier to hear rival enemies the closer they are to you. Directionality. Pinpoint chatter more precisely depending on the direction your foe is approaching from. Environmental voice reverb. The type of interior structure or exterior topography affects the reverberations and echo of incoming comms, perhaps giving clues to their whereabouts. So that's basically everything I already said. Everything I discussed. So it's basically think Arc Raiders, but maybe even better because I don't think Arc Raiders recognizes the topography of the exterior or interior structure of the walls. I don't think it takes that into account. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. So there's a chance DMZ's proximity chat is even better, superior to that of Arc Raiders, which right now is by far the best proximity chat in gaming that I've heard. So it's gonna be sick because right now DMZ proc chat, I mean, it was cool for its time, but it was a little bit behind DayZ. It wasn't as good as DayZ's proximity chat. And then when Arc Raiders came over, I remember we made Arc Raiders for months, absolute months. And then I tried every now and then I'd play DMZ. I'd play DMZ like once a month. I didn't want to drop the game. I still love DMZ, so we'd check in on it. And it was always so weird getting used to the DMZ proc chat again because Arc Raiders, I could more or less pinpoint exactly where someone was. And then I played DMZ and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm within the radius of which I can hear proc chat. But it was, I think DMZ, they made it so that like the further away you got, I think the quieter somebody would get. Maybe. It didn't used to be that way. I don't think it started that way. But I think it ended up that way. Other than that, you can't tell what direction they're in. You just know, okay, I'm within the radius of proximity chat. There's somebody is in the area, but I don't know if he's north of me. I don't know if he's south. Now you're going to know exactly what direction he's in. So, perfect improvement. Definitely necessary improvement after what Arc Raiders did. If they want to compete, proximity chat is something they're going to have to do. And, dude, I'm just so happy that, like, I feel like so many extraction shooters, they, like, Delta Force didn't want to add proc chat. Arena Breakout only, like, last month added proximity chat. The game's been out for quite some time. They just now got into it. Tarkov has proximity chat, but it didn't start off that way. Anyways, I'm just loving that games not even extraction games, but games in general, shooters like Battlefield is about to get proximity chat. Proximity chat is just so good, so much fun. It's a good way also for games to get exposure because what happens is people will just have a funny proximity clip. Not even a YouTuber, like just a random guy, right? He just happens to record his gameplay, has a funny encounter, uploads that to YouTube. It was a funny moment, so it goes viral. And people start asking in the comments, oh, what game is this? This looks really fun. That's really funny. And then people say, oh, this is DMZ. Oh, this is Arc Raiders. This is Tarkov, whatever. No, it's going to be good. Because like Delta Force, I think it lacked in that department. The game didn't get as much exposure as it could have. Like if Delta Force had proximity chat, I just know that we would have had so many funny moments. I could have uploaded a video, maybe it would have gone viral, and then more people would have been interested in Delta Force, but they didn't want to add it because I forget what their reasoning was. It was either toxicity or because they thought controller players would be at a disadvantage with proc chat. Anyways, proc chat is huge. Glad that they're improving upon it. See you in Hajin. Built on the same foundation, powering Modern Warfare 4 multiplayer, including refined and fluid movement across maps and expanded equipment and full and full complement of weaponry, enhanced gunplay and ballistic authority, DMZ brings the full breadth of Call of Duty combat into a persistent extraction experience. Stay frosty. Additional intel coming. So tomorrow we're going to get even more news, I imagine. I think to drop in. Tomorrow's the reveal. See, what is it? The Xbox showcase. So I think we can imagine we're getting a trailer or something. A visual. We're getting visual intel probably tomorrow. Track the latest official Modern Warfare 4 intel on Call of Duty. Blah, 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 blah. For more information on DMZ, be sure to check out additional announcements on the Xbox. Okay, there we go. Xbox showcase. As well as the latest episode of the COD Pod. Both on Sunday, June 7th. So tomorrow. We'll be back. We'll be live tomorrow too. We'll watch it. We'll do a watch along. Okay. Let me take I need a sip of water. Am I playing anything today? Yeah, we'll do a little DMZ. Although I did not expect, so again, just to reiterate, I had a small little list, kind of a vague list of things I could talk about, a little cheat sheet, if you will. But no, they went crazy with this. And it's good because I knew about a lot of this stuff already, so I can kind of build on it. And now I have a much better understanding for what I can talk about. So, questions. Class, any questions? Yeah, if you're a visual learner, tomorrow is your day. You know what? Before we ask questions, based on what you guys heard, 1 to 10 rating, 10 being the best. How good is this sounding to you guys? Is it like perfect, everything you wanted at 10? Are you kind of, maybe you're sad that it's becoming a little less casual? I saw some people were like that. Are you maybe unsure? You're like 6 out of 10. You're like, man, I'm not sure if I'll like it, but it sounds like I could like it. All right, here they come. Moose, 15 out of 10. Hero, 10 out of 10. Little Bird, no, I'm sorry, Little Bear, 10 out of 10. Skit says 5. Swing says 10. Average Jim says 7. Okay, I cannot read everyone's name, but I'm seeing mostly I haven't seen anything below a 5. I'm seeing mostly 8 to 10. Can I go over it again? Yeah, let's take it back from the top. No, we can if you guys just want to ask questions, we can do that all day. Look, honestly, do you guys even want to watch me play DMZ? Should we just spend like another 2 hours discussing? Hapsy says 7.5. I says 9.5. Very cool. Call sign says this is going to be a learning curve for those of us that never played Ark. Definitely going to have to think about it if the fight is worth taking and knowing where to run. Yes, and that's something about extraction shooters. Learning the game is that's where a lot of the fun is. Just learning things. I think you guys, even if you're kind of scared that there's too much, if you guys do end up trying it, a lot of you are just going to have fun learning the game. Like, I hear so many Tarkov. I mean, the game's not going to be nearly as complex as Tarkov, but you hear a lot of Tarkov players, something they say is, I wish I knew nothing. Like, I wish I got to experience Tarkov for the first time again. So I think the fact that the game isn't nearly as simple as DMZ is going to go a long way. From being a DMZ player, more of a DMZ player than a Delta Force player, it's a mixing feeling. I don't think the game is going to be as complex as Delta Force. I think Delta Force was quite a lot more complicated, but I think it's going to be closer to Arc Raiders than Delta Force. I'm hoping that it ends up being a little bit more hardcore than Arc Raiders, because Arc Raiders, we saw what happened. They didn't have an endgame ready. As soon as people had done the missions a few times, they used every gun in the game. It was like, okay, now what do I do? But DMC, they're giving you so many options, right? They got the dynamic missions, they got the bounty boards, they got the story missions, the free roam, the actual loot. They said valuables, so you might be able to just find valuables, collect them. Who knows? There's going to be a lot to do. A lot to do. They showed an image of the fob on Twitter. Did they? Okay, let's pull that up. Was it Infinity Ward or Call of Duty that did that? That's pinned. Push the world. Build your DMZ. These are all pictures that we had seen. This was all in the blog post. No, this is June 3rd. I don't see any pictures of the FOB on Twitter. Oh, Mr. Dalek. Oh, he was overshot. Okay, Mr. Dalek. JD. Wait, did I start? What happened? John. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm okay. Mr. Dalek JD. There we go. This is cool. This is what the studio looks like. First look at the new forward operating base. It actually looks a little bit different to what I saw, but I mean, yeah, it's outside, like I said. It does look a little bit different than what I saw. But yeah, this is kind of the gist. It's gonna, and like these are the stations, right? So that might be like the bounty board, or where you accept missions or whatever. Maybe this is the gunsmith here. This looks like it could be an armory. So you can upgrade these. You can walk around. There's like maybe a firing range back here. I don't know. Just super cool. Resistant Chaos with the $5. Is there more that you know that isn't in this blog, and is the same? Is it this? And is it the same armor plate system? Yes and yes. But they also talk about the tourniquets, so it's more or less the same, but more. So they mentioned the painkillers. They're going to be like items of the game, consumables, where I don't know if you want to like have more tack sprint stamina or something like that, you'll be able to do that. Stuff like that. You post anything else? Headquarters, that's what it's called. It's kind of like the World War II headquarters, Call of Duty World War II headquarters, except in World War II you could, like, I think just you were in a lobby with random people. Right now, from what I understand, it'll probably just be your squad mates, but that could change. Just the way they have it set up now. Earl says, well, they said the visuals evolve as you progress, so maybe that's part of why it looks different. It could be. Yeah. You're definitely right. But the whole area looks a little bit different to me. Like, I don't remember the creek. Also, Earl, he was at the event, the Modern Warfare 4 event, so he also knows what I know. So he can help describe things. Those of you in Twitch chat, he can also answer questions. What happens when all your operators fail to get the last operator out and they all end up dead? That's a good question. I don't have the answer, but maybe there will be like, I wonder if they'll just have like unlimited operators that you can hire. Maybe that's what they'll do. You just hire a new guy and you start from scratch. Complete new dude. So the question again, just in case anyone's confused, he's asking, because you have to buy back dead operators now. If you have no money, let's say you're zeroed out in your cash and you've lost all your operators, how do you bring those guys back? Probably you just hire a new guy, create a new operator, or maybe they'll have like one operator that. Nah, they won't do that. Never mind. It's probably that you just hire a new operator. They have maybe they mentioned the free loadouts. Maybe they'll have like a separate free loadout guy. Not sure. Reset an active duty slot, that is. Oh, you have to reset one. Ooh, okay. So I might have forgotten that. Earl says, I think you have to reset one. He's going to help me out here. That would be crazy. So that's going to add a lot more tension and friction, which I like. I'm a fan of that. Chris with the $2. Do you get to use custom guns at all? Yes. By custom, do you mean like blueprints and special camoed weapons? Or do you just mean like, can you customize the attachments? Because I can confirm you can definitely customize attachments. I imagine you can apply camos too. It's Call of Duty. Blueprints, probably same situation, right? Yeah. Blueprints, you'll probably just be able, if you buy a bundle in the store, you'll be able to use that bundle. I would assume so, indeed. Do loadouts have cooldowns, or was I not paying attention then? I think now, after we've read this, I'm safe to say, no more insured weapons. No more cooldowns. None of that. The insured weapons of DMZ1 are gone. Dictator says, it's too bad we can't give you credit for us buying this game. You have convinced me to pre-order. Dude, I'm just happy that I even got invited to the event, that I'm able to tell you get like answer questions. I'm just happy that you're watching, dude. That's more than enough. Just having you guys all here, I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more. So your operator gains skills. Correct. There are 3 skill trees. I forget. I haven't seen every perk, and I forget. I know there's like one. The left skill tree I think is kind of more, if I remember correctly, a bit more mobility focused. I remember one was kind of intel focused. But anyways, they'll have different perks within those. Special perks. Why? I think it's a good direction to take the game, removing the insured weapons. 100%. On your first run, are you going in as a solo or as a squad? Probably solo, man. That's what made the channel. I think we're going to be doing a lot more solo DMZ with DMZ2. I definitely want to play in squads too. We'll do both, but we right now I feel like I almost always play in a squad or a duo. I think when DMZ2 comes out, we're bringing back the solo stuff. But we'll do both. We'll do both. Maybe I'll have I mean, we have access to all these characters. Maybe I can have one character that is solo only, and then one character that there are other characters that can play on squads, or we can just make a whole new account. There's so many things we're gonna be able to do. Moose says with 199, they confirmed solo mode, duos, and trios. Thoughts? Did they? Or are you saying based on what I said? Because they didn't seem like they were 100% going to do that, but it did sound like that's the direction they're going to take the game. So it's kind of like the Arc Raiders matchmaking, except from the start, you should be able to solo trio and hopefully duo trio as well. Cookie Tempo with the $2. Can you still revive a fully dead teammate? Yep, as many times as you like. If you've got a really, really bad teammate and he keeps dying over and over and over and over again, he can die as many times as he likes. You'll be able to get him back up. You'll get him back up. Also, thank you everyone for the likes. 1,100 likes in 2 hours is wild. So thank you to everyone who's dropped a like so far. Big thank you. You demand Demonic Mondays again? Dude, I should reach out to Westy. Because I'm in Italy. We should definitely reach out to Westy and Stod. Because I don't know if Stod's still playing DMZ. I know he checked it out, but... Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm in Italy right now, guys. I'm in Italy. Europe. So, there's I kind of want to do a European manhunt. I'm excited to see you play DMC2. Hopefully there's an EU manhunt so I can join you. Yeah. There very well could be. Very, very well could be. Short intermission to talk about Italy. We can do both. First of all, with the $5. Bro's asking questions. There's still a lot I can't talk about. I'll put it that way. Can you drag down teammates? Ooh, that is something I brought up. That is something I talked about. We'll see. We'll see. That might be another seed that I planted in their head. We'll see, we'll see. Oh. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. I still have to be careful. There's so much I want to say, though. But thank you, dude, for the 5. Will you lose skills if you die? Nope. You do not lose your skills, but you have to buy back the operator that died. Another teammate so that you can drag teammates over. Okay, so if somebody else said that, then I could say it. Okay. Yes. You can drag. There's going to be a drag revive feature. Drag revive, which is super cool. They didn't have dragging dead bodies when I talked to them when they discussed the dragging revive. But I asked, and it did seem like they liked the question, so there's a chance that they do have dragging dead bodies. The game also, just so you guys know, the game still, like, it's not finished. They're still adding things. They're not done. The game doesn't come out till October 23rd. Imagine another streamer did say that. Well, how would you know about it? Somebody said it. If somebody else here knows, then I'm safe. If someone else leaks something, I'm allowed to say it. How would you know in the first place? Bro, it is so hot in Italy, though. I'm sweating, dude. It is so hot. Just hopped on right now. We'll see the live from the start. Okay, Jorge. Just so you know, it becomes a lot more... Like, in the beginning, I wasn't sure how much I could say. When we found out that there was a blog, and I start discussing a lot more. A lot more. So it becomes a lot more organized when I found out this blog was dropped. We can close that now. European Manhunt, can you take that level of toxicity? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So the gun system is pretty much the same as from Delta Force. The gun system is pretty much the same. Similar, yeah. Similar, except it's up to 5 attachments unless you find one of the 8 attachment weapons. Which, the 8 attachment weapons you cannot purchase. You have to find them, whether that's like out of a box that you've looted or off a dead player you killed. That's the only way. So if you lose an 8 attachment gun, that's kind of a big deal. Unless you have a ton of them. Because you can't just go back to the gunsmith and make another. You're stuck with a 5 attachment gun. How you liking it, Italy? Oh, it's so much nice. It's very nice. Very beautiful. Do you have jet lag? I think no, I'm getting better at adjusting, I think. It was funny, one of the guys that one of the Activision guys I was talking to, he told me a trick, which I had never tried before, and it kind of low-key worked. Where he said what he does when he goes on big flights, he just takes a little 20-minute nap as soon as he arrives. And for some reason after that, he's chilling. That's kind of what I did. I took like a little nap. Very brief nap. And then I'm basically, I'd say more, I mean, I think I'm for, it's 7:30 here. I may be a little bit tired for 7:30, but it's also like not terrible right now. So much nice jet lag. Okay, maybe a little bit jet lag. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. How they got rid of squad assimilation? No, so squad assimilation is still in the game. Up to 4 players like DMZ1 is currently. But there are no pleas. No more pleas. What you can do, so if you down someone, you can still invite someone to your squad when they're down, but if you finish someone, there is no way to add them to your team. Unless they have a teammate and you tell the teammate to revive the guy, then you're chilling. If he gets revived, you can invite him. But if he's just dead and has no way to get revived, he's out. So dying is going to be a bigger deal in this game. It's not going to be like DMZ where you're like, you know what, I'm just going to shoot everyone. If I die, I'll just play and they'll pick me back up. No, now you got to think like, oh, do I want to engage this guy? It's a team of 2. I'm at a solo. I'm at a disadvantage. Do I try being friendly? Do I just let them pass? Do I take them on? you're gonna have to think about these things. Where DMZ 1, because there wasn't really much to lose, and even then, there wasn't much to carry, so there's a good chance if somebody killed you and then you played out and they picked you up, there's a good chance they'd even loot your body. So there was really nothing to lose in DMZ 1 if you got into a fight. Unless it was like an early fight. Rock and Rob with the $2 says, Vault Edition bot, let's go. Sick, dude. That is sick. That is sick. Any play DMZ today? I could. I mean, I still have like 2 hours. No, maybe. I got another hour. I'm not going to stream as long when I'm in Italy, but I am more than happy to play DMZ. If you guys want me to play DMZ 1 now, or do you want me to just go crazy and just talk about the DMZ news? It'd be nice if you do an EU manhunt. Yeah, I'd like to. I definitely we gotta figure out like what time to play on the European servers. I mean, I've got an idea. So solos are toast. No. So again, I don't know if it's confirmed that they're doing this, but matchmaking will be similar to Arc Raiders. It'll recognize if you're a solo, duo, or trio. They're not gonna be separate playlists. You're just gonna have the play to the deploy button like we have in DMZ. But it's going to recognize how many players on your team. It's going to prioritize solo games if you're a solo, duo games if you're a duo, and of course trio games if you're a trio. However, if you're a sweat like myself and you want a solo trio, you can still do that. But in the solo mode, you can have a team that assimilates up to 4 men, or up to 4 men, 4 players. Honestly, it would be cool to hear you and another streamer like your brother or Dylan talk about everything. Yeah, that could be cool. Does Bronick have a basement there? Oh yeah, he's changed to the basement here too. Put him in my suitcase. Took him across the planet. What about DMZ Beta? Will it stay or go away? I don't know anything about that. So I have theories though. Originally, I thought they were just going to give it the Warzone 1 treatment, where if you... I'm sorry, what Warzone 1 had? It was... When Warzone 2 came out, Warzone 1 was still playable for at least a few months, and then eventually they shut it down. I thought DMZ was going to get the exact same treatment, DMZ 1. So they'll, like when DMZ 2 drops, DMZ 1 will be playable for a few months, and they'll shut that down. However, something I realized... Modern Warfare 4, again, is going to be current gen only, new gen only, whatever you want to call it. So PS5, Xbox Series X, whatever they're called. That's it. No PlayStation 4, no Xbox One. So that means if they were to shut down the DMZ 1 servers, old gen players would have no way to play DMZ. So for that reason, I think there's actually a good chance they just leave DMZ 1, just so that the old gen players can play it. Or maybe they do like a little hybrid. Maybe they only shut down the PS5 and Xbox Series X servers and U-Gen servers. Although I doubt they do that. That would be surprising. It's gonna be like Arc. Like you'll get sound based on location of the proximity chat. Yep. It'll be like Arc. Think Arc prox chat. But maybe even better. Maybe even better. How long am I in Italy for? Just like a couple weeks. Nothing too crazy. Talk about anti-cheat. So I don't really know anything about the anti-cheat. I just know that, unlike DMZ 1, it's going to be supported. So obviously cheating is a very responsitory, is that a word? Responsitory thing. You have to respond to cheats. So it's tough because cheaters are always one step ahead. But they're going to do their best. They know cheating's a problem. They know it's a problem. Will there be contracts on the map we can do? I mean, I'm probably safe to say that. Yeah. They're contracts. Unless they change something. I talked about the dynamic missions and the story missions. I think that's safe. I should get in trouble for saying that. Contracts are in the game as well. Did you tell the devs to chill out with the bots, like a small update in DMZ 1 until DMZ 2 comes out? The only thing I suggested in regards to DMZ 1, remove the disguises, which they did the day after I suggested it. I don't know if I had anything to do with it, but I'd like to think I did. I did something for DMZ 1. So they removed the disguises. I told them about the AP rounds and the one-shots. I thought that they should remove that. And then, likewise, I think it would... Asking them to remove the one-shot shotgun, I think it would have been hypocritical of me not to ask them to also nerf the throwing knife. So I asked them to nerf the throwing knife, so that's not a one-shot, or at least not a one-shot to a three-pointer. I think that's wild. So I asked for that. And then I mentioned Koshi glitching. I said it'd be cool if you guys could make it a separate map in the menu. Like, it's cool. I like the idea in general, being able to exfil from one map to another. But just for the state DMZ season with the Koshi glitch and all that, no one gives the final chopper anymore. So I think it would be better if Koshi were just its own map, only accessible from the menu, not from Al Mazrah. Cheating. I talked about the cheating too. Yeah, I did with DMZ 1. The problem is, like, they said cheating it's a very, very it's like tougher than people realize, and they still want to focus on DMZ 2. Like, that is the main thing. They want to prioritize DMZ 2, make sure it's as good as possible. But they also said that they wanted to improve DMZ 1, and they did. They removed the disguises. They got rid of the duper, so they did something real good. Also, shirt on my back coming in with a 10 gifted subs on Twitch. My man, thank you. Shirt on my back. Thank you so much, dude. He says, appreciate the info, buddy. Hey, you got it. You got it. Absolute coat. My man, my man. My man. And when you suggested all those things, what did they say? I mean, they didn't say no. And again, the next day, disguises were removed. They were. Book Nerd, also with the sub. Thank you, Book Nerd. Says, happy Saturday. My man, happy Saturday. And again, Shirt, thank you so much for the 10 gifteds, dude. Absolute goat. Tell us about DMZ 2. Oh, we went through it. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. Pac-Man, what up? Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Would be seriously bummed if they broke off Koshi entrances in game. I think it would make finals better, though. Like, I get it. I would be okay with Koshi if the Koshi glitch didn't exist. I mean, they could just fix the Koshi glitch. The reason I suggested they just make it a new map, because in my head, from a coding perspective, I thought it would be easier to do that. Just disable Koshi exfil and make Koshi a map only accessible in the menu. I thought that would be easier than fixing the glitch itself. I could be wrong. If fixing the glitch is easier, then do that instead. Do we have to worry about food and water? No, it's not that crazy. You don't have to eat. It's not like Tarkov or a survival game. No drinking, no eating. Thank you for the $2. Do we in a way think DMZ about to be a better Arc Raiders in a sense? It depends what you like. First person wise, I mean, I think that's huge. That's going to be big. Gunplay wise, PvP wise, I think DMZ's got Arc Raiders beat. As fun as the Arc Raiders PvP is, I think DMZ PvP is going to be much better. I think where Arc Raiders will probably be better, I think they just have a cooler world, which Call of Duty can't exactly do, right? Like, Arc Raiders was allowed to go into the science fiction area, right? Genre. Call of Duty can't really do that too much. Like, the Arc, the Raiders versus the Arc just makes sense. Being friendly makes more sense in Arc Raiders. You know, it's like the humans versus the robots. So I think Arc maybe has a DMZ beat there. But if they make DMZ better, or if they make DMZ more hardcore than Arc Raiders, but not too hardcore, not like Delta Force, that's where I've always said the biggest gap in the market was. I knew when Arc Raiders, I called it. I said Arc Raiders the first day I played Arc Raiders, I called it. I said Arc Raiders is going to blow up. And it did. It didn't surprise me. The blow up it had didn't surprise me because I've been saying, and that's why Bronick started making the game that he made. The both of us recognize there's a huge gap in the market for a casual extraction game. There is. But Arc Raiders was a bit too casual. I still think the big gap that I've been talking about for a long time, the gap that Bronick was trying to fill with his game, no one's entered that market yet. DMZ2 might be the first. Delta Force was too hardcore, Arc Raiders a bit too casual. Although Arc Raiders got closer to that gap of the market than Delta Force did. DMZ, the next DMZ could be huge. It could be. Flying says, as someone who has worked in game dev previously, the easiest would be just to remove Koshi completely. Making it a separate map would probably be too much of a lift for them. Yeah, or just do that. Which would suck, because then, I mean, it is a problem. That is an issue. I didn't want them to remove Koshi, but you're right. The easiest thing to do would just delete it. Earl says, I want something between Ark and Tarkov, but as much depth as Tarkov. If they could do that, I mean, there's a lot to this game. I mean, we basically spent 2 hours talking about what's new in DMZ2. I thought we were gonna like talk about DMZ for like 30 minutes maybe, if even that, and then play DMZ1, but we're 2 hours and a half to stream. I haven't played one game of DMZ yet. So run us through a typical game. We choose out our operator, then we go to the FOB, get a pack, run over to the armory, choose guns. What do we do? Basically, I don't know what it's going to be like when you start. I don't know if they're going to... I imagine they'll give you some gear. So you would yeah, they're going to give you gear to start. There's no way that you're just going in 0 to hero, forced to use a free loadout. So you'll have some gear probably in your stash. You won't... I don't think you'll have any money. Maybe you'll have some money. I don't know if you'll have enough to... In fact, no, your weapons... You have to level up the weapons. So this is how it's going to work. When you boot up the game, you can pick the gun up. You're not going to have any attachments unlocked, so you can't customize it. You're going to maybe be given some medical supplies. We read about painkillers. We know that you're going to have to use other medical consumables to fully heal up. That's what was written in the blog post. You're just going to hop in. Maybe select a mission. You'll probably have a mission to select. And then hop in. Do the mission. You can free... I mean, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want. We asked for gameplay before. I mean, tomorrow's the Xbox showcase, so we might see some gameplay tomorrow. Sorry, Onik, I went back and didn't hear if you answered this already, but you say that there is no police system. So if there is no police system, how are teams going to assimilate? The invite system currently in DMZ1, so you would just bring up the scroll wheel or whatever it's called, the utility wheel, and then there's the invite button or request to join button. It would be like that. So you get like a invite notification. Onik has requested to join your team, or Onik is inviting you to join his team. So no DMZ today? No, we can still... you guys want me to play now? Should we go in? I could. We can play. I can load up into a game. We can do it. Talk and play. I still need I basically have everything I need for streaming now in Italy, except for my chair. So I have my chair. It's not an adjustable chair right now. It's not super comfortable. I want my adjustable chair so I can be the exact height from the desk that I am in the US. All these things matter when you play mouse and keyboard, or at least if you're like me. Maybe I'm just weird. Let's discuss when one shots are removed. Are you saying removed from DMZ1 or removed from DMZ2? Because there's no way. 99, I can say with 99, I technically don't know for sure, so I will say 99.999999999% sure that there will be no one-shot shotguns in DMZ2. Whether they remove them from DMZ1, it remains to be seen. But, again, they removed the disguise, so you never know. What was that high-pitched noise in the background? I have my IEMs in for whatever reason, so I can hear nothing. But I've got the window open because it is super hot. I need some breeze coming through. Will there be throwing knives? I would think so because they were in multiplayer. Multiplayer had throwing knives, therefore I reckon DMZ will have them. How good will the throwing knives be? That's a whole other question. That I've got no idea. I feel an Uber Villainar coming on for DMZ. Yeah, become the most wanted player in all of DMZ. Do it, do it, do it. You feel like the new bounty system is going to create so much stream sniping?
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Exploring and securing intel will
they might have a streamer mode. So it might be okay.
Local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
Although at the same time, I don't know. We'll see. That I will say, when people were asking about that for DMZ 1, I'm sorry, for Arc Raiders, I'm getting sniped. I did say that my concern is that people would stream snipe me. Probably shouldn't even try and snipe this guy. Alright, I might suck, because like I said, this chair is very uncomfortable right now. Might take some adjusting. But it's okay. I'm more so today for this stream. I more so just want to chit chat. I'm not too focused on getting a crazy game. Am I in Europe? Yes, I am. How does everything sound, by the way? Is the mixing all right? Oh, dude, there's a chopper right here. Chop, chop. I should grab this. Choppity chop. True remote only helps stops. Yeah, you know, I realized that. That's what kind of stop. They're going for the chop. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Alright, well, they got the chop. Dude, I can't believe I had to bring the bolt back. I went in for the snipe. Couldn't even shoot.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your
Good news though is my chair should arrive very, very soon. Maybe I should have bought another self instead. Man, the updated DMZ this year sounds amazing. I know, dude. I'm very, very excited. Again, what are we thinking? I'm gonna ask again. Give me your ratings. 1 to, or I guess we'll say 0 to 10. 10 being the best. How good is this sounding? Last time you were in Italy, your room echoed like it was empty. You sound just like you're in the US to me. Good. Good. I'm still not done setting things up. But that is very good to hear. I was sniped again. Oh, he's hit me. Oh! No! No! He got me. Good job. Okay, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 10, 7 to 8. 20 out of 10 from Earl. 9 from Sharky. I'm dead, bro. Here, finish me. I'll just plea. Congratulations. You can't play now. I know, but I'm not really focused on good gameplay right now. I'm more so just want to talk to you guys. So like today is going to be very chat focused stream. Very chat focused. Sorry if you're here for gameplay today, but I'm not going to go. Probably not going to go crazy today. Today is more just about talking. Hello, sir. Could I get a pickup, please? I'm going to act British. I'm on EU servers now. Mate, pickup by any chance? I'd love to join your team. You're an excellent sniper. Whoa, where you going? Oh, man. Okay. Aren't you Italian? Yeah, but not everyone understands Italian. Will there be bosses like Juggernauts? Yeah, so they're called lieutenants. I don't know if there's going to be any bosses bigger than that. I mean, it might be. That'd be cool. But no, they're going to be. They mentioned some. There's that wood sniper guy. They mentioned the tank, the chopper. We'll just go with this. You know, I'm gonna bring like. No, I'm gonna bring no cash. So we're just gonna go 0 hero. Not worth bringing 10k. Hey, Onik, I don't know if you streamers have gotten together to talk about this, but I'm sure a lot of people, myself, would love to probably see at least an all-star game with YouTube Ghost playing 3v3 teams. You're saying in DMZ? Yeah, it's tough to set up because everyone's in a different region. It's tough. Music Panda says, Onik, love your... Oh, wait, channel your inner deal. Oh! Not today, not today. Not today. And then Rama, I was reading Rama's chat. He says, love the depth. Obviously not just very a quick... yeah, it's not just like a small little update. This is like... It's almost a whole new game. Like DMZ 1 was just the skeleton. They've added a lot more meat to it. Is it true that Hajin is bigger than Al Mazrah? I believe so. Right, Earl? They said that Hajin is bigger than Al Mazrah now. How's playing with Stone Mountain again? Oh, that was fun. We did well then. I was locked in with Stone. Marcus, said you were bald? Oh, he's just projecting. Oh, that might be getting there. We might be getting there. Will there be a DMZ2 Onik face cam? Oh, we'll see. Maybe. And then I have a good... Wait, I have a goatee. No. That I don't have. Stone was doing 10 push-ups for every loss. Oh. Might have to start doing that ourselves. They said this is the biggest map they've made. There you go. So, yeah. Bigger than Almaz. Onyx, DMZ not free anymore? I have to buy him to be 2. No, it's free. DMZ 1 is still free. DMZ 2 will not be free. Is it gonna be only Hajin as a playable map? Are they gonna add more? All I know about right now is Hajin. I hope they add more though. That'd be cool. The only map I've gotten to see is Hajin. Hajin! Haitian! Oh my. Chillax, box. Oh! Are we getting insured slots? No insured slots. Those are going to be a thing of the past. No longer. Oh, bro, let's go. Let's hit the train. This is a train run. He is Z. My man Z. Going with the 33-month-a-roni. Hajin hardly know him. Okay, I was like, wait, what? That's not gonna work. Hardly know him. It's close. It's close. Good effort. Good effort. Good effort. He tried, alright? We'll give him participation trophy. Or, participation points, jeez. You know what? I am jet lagged. I think you guys are right. You guys are right. I got snipe. You play? Thank you. Medium bag. Hell yeah. Extra selfie. Don't mind if I do. We got cash too. Nice. Ooh. Oh, I don't need another one. Alright, let's grab the bike. We go. Does DMC2 have the same DMZ feel? Based on what I played multiplayer, think DMZ 1, Modern Warfare 2, but smoother and more responsive and a little faster.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
Okay, let's fly super quick, I reckon. And hit Saeed. Sorry to be negative. Hey, dude, all freaking good. Like, if you have negative opinions on this channel, you can share them. As long as you're respectful. That's it. But anyways, sorry to be negative, but they'll milk DMC for everything they can the first few months. Then stop supporting it just like DMC. Alright, this is what I reckon. I think if DMZ blows up like Arc Raiders, no way they drop DMZ. No way. It does seem like Call of Duty's changing this time around. Like, I haven't played it. I kind of want to, though. But did you guys see the new Black Ops 7 playlist? What the? I missed you. Still this.
Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
He's always just solo. Oh, he's on the roof. Oh, shoot. Well, that sucks. I didn't realize he didn't want to start on me there. Wait. Ready? Throw a knife? Throw a knife? No! No throwing knife. Hey, man. Can I join the squad?
Ultra One, copy that. Requesting medical for you now.
Oh, thanks, dude. Hey, Onyx, did they say anything about a streamer mode? Unofficially, we'll say. Possibly. They didn't say that was in the game, but they asked me about it. Arc up working super fast. Right, so that's why I really think they need... Oh no, do I have the bug? Oh, the Battle Rage bug. How do I fix this? I remember there was a way, like you looked at the sky or something. Okay, let's use the to have done the trick. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, do you think they'll have 6-man teaming? Nope, no 6-man, it's just 4. Although, something else I discussed with them was the possibility of events in special limited time modes. Who knows? Maybe they'll do like a limited time.
Too many of those will put a bounty contract on your head.
I think I stole the bug, dude. Wait, how do I get up here?
On the. Sure.
You say it's him? Did you get the rose off? Spokes. I don't have any more spokes. Oh, dude, it feels... I need my other chair. I want my chair. Okay, I'm sitting lower than I usually do. He's back out. That was the first guy knocked, yeah. Let's see. What did he have for me? Money? Scuba mask, UAV, extra smoke. And I will take the MP. Let's get another sniper going. Actually, I'll just take that. I don't need the AK. He's got a med vest. Don't mind if I do. Haunted box. So this sounds better. Oop. Some better? No. Battle rage. Anti-armor rounds. Okay. How's the sniper? You got a sniper build. High velocity, I assume. Yeah, that's a good build. You know what? Let me just drop my assured snipe. Might as well, yeah. Is this any good? Overpressured. Eh. Just get another MP7. Alright. We got a plea gas station here. And then... Oh, do you know what? Let me grab the mini box, the haunted box. Where'd my teammate go to? You see him? There he is.
Moving this way.
Boo, boo, boo. Alright. Did I get extra? Nah, it's fine. 4 smoke should be enough. Alright, can you use the ISO 45 next game, please? Yeah, I can try. If I remember, you might have to remind me. Oh, in the car. And the car. Played up. Oh, shoot. You were right. What the heck? Rookie mistake. Airstrike. I'm just going to leave it there. Just in case. Rookie mistake. Okay, what do we want to do? Change this to that. Barrel to that. Scattered. Armor piercing, I mean, whatever. Stock, demo. Alright. Might as well do this gun too, eh? Remove that, remove that. Remove that. Change that. Muzzle. Boom, ZLR, stock, demo. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, you did a contract. Those guys you just killed didn't have a Joker? Oh, that's a good point. Maybe my teammate killed somebody. Because he went straight for Zaya. I kind of assumed that's where it came from. God, this bug's annoying me. Maybe I should just exfil. Should I reset? Take the dub? Why'd I just do that? Little chill run. Got some money. Got some gear. I probably... You know what? No. Let's do this first. This guy picked me up. He deserves my stealth vest. We'll be nice and then we'll exfil, yeah? Chanito, how you doing? How you doing? Chanito. Oh, this is the old DMZ? Yeah. But we've been talking about the new one. We've been talking a lot about the new one. Again, dude, guys, thank you for the likes. Almost 1,300 on the day. Onik, you know something about keyboard bindings on DMZ 2? I heard they are less complicated. Felt good to me. I mean, I didn't notice anything different myself. I'm sure it's been improved, but I everything I needed to change, I was able to change. Hello, Tom. Tom. Tommy boy. Bro, is this guy just stacking up on the HVT contracts right now? Okay, drop this. There we go. You're welcome. Should we help him kill the HVT? He seems to want to kill this. He's already taken one out. We'll help him take this guy out too. There he is. Bye-bye. We did it. Okay. Oh, get in the car, get in the car. Let's move away from bots. No carryover. No carryover. Anything that you have in MW2 will not carry over to MW3 or MW4. Bro, in some ways I feel like MW4 is MW3 because Sledgehammer made MW3. And at the same time, MW3 was kind of a DLC to MW2. In a way. Alright, keep the car. It's all yours. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Well, any skins or anything carry over? Nope. Again, no carryover.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
None whatsoever.
Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time. Ultra One, Dino Force inbound for extraction. We're 2 clicks out.
They tagged me!
That's our first squad wipe on European servers this trip. I just realized. We did it, we got a squad wipe. Let's go. UAV skin? No, it's not UAV skin. UAV I'm going to keep. And we out of here. Even if they don't support past year, I'm sure we'll get our money's worth. Well, you know what? I will say this, to be fair. DMZ 1 was free. And I am still playing this game. When you come out 2022, so 4 years later. So even if DMZ 1 isn't supported, or DMZ 2 isn't supported for past a year. I'm sure I'll be on it for more than a year. Alright, your stream is laggy, bro. Is the stream lagging for anyone else? Do tell. Let me see. Anyone else lag? No, not on Twitch. Okay, that's a good sign. If it didn't lag on Twitch, that means it might be either a YouTube only problem somehow, which doesn't make sense, or it's an internet problem for him. Okay, YouTube says it's showing too. Good. If it's laggy on both, then it's definitely a me problem. Cool. We got some weapons. Another operator regained. Off to Nikto. I like Nikto. We'll go once again with no money. Just try and prepare for the... We got 700k. Oh, we have a decent amount. But I want to prepare for the manhunt without... let's get to 100k first, without spending money. At least today. Maybe tomorrow we can... Well, tomorrow we'll see what... We have the reveal, so... We might be reacting a lot tomorrow. But I think today, after today and tomorrow, we'll start sweating again. Oh, the ISO. Right, you requested the ISO. Thank you for reminding me. I told you I'd forget. I told you. Which one? The 9mm or the 45? 9 or 45? I assume 45. 15-minute cooldown. Oh, black kind of looks cool. Go black. Alright, I have no idea what the best attachments are. 45 or 12, okay. So recoil control. What's the demo stock to? Actually, don't even remember. Change SMGs. Where is it? MP7. MP7. That one. Demo stock. Crouch speed. Okay, so it's more for ADS speed. Let's go. Sniper rifle. MCPR. Go with that. Johnny with the $10. Happy Saturday vibes. Thank you, dude. Happy Saturday vibes. Very kind of you, my man. Cool. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny. So that is probably the stock we'd like. Now, I need to decide if I want a stock. Are the iron sights any good with this? Should we try iron sight? I'll try iron sight. We'll go hollow point. Alright. Sniper, ISO, no cash. Let's do this. Wandering Tatooine with $20. Thank you. Wandering says a little start to your air conditioning fun. Love your channel and content. Thank you. Or I'm sorry, keep up the great work. Oh, dude, the problem is I think we have like a little cooling thing, but the room that I'm in does not have that. So oh, there's a nice breeze coming in. Can you guys, how is this the audio? Like, did you guys hear a lot of cars? Like, I reckon you heard a few cars, but was it annoying? Was it super distracting? Was it happening all the time, or was it just once every now and then, not a big deal? Where in Italy am I? I'm in the south. I've never been to northern Italy. My mom grew up in Rome, so Rome is the place I've been to the most. But my grandmother's in the south now. She lives with one of my aunts. And she moved to the south for work. So, we got the place to be closer to her, to the both of them. A DMZ with a $5.99 as well. Thank you, dude. Did you ask for self-driving cars in DMZ2? Dude, I tried so hard. They just didn't want to do it. I tried. So, well, at least for me, can you whitelist me? Like, make the car go. Like, I just tell it where to go and it goes. I tried, but they didn't want to do it. They thought it was funny watching me drive, so. In fact, I think they're gonna do the opposite. I heard that they're gonna make it just for me. The cars when you pull in my account, they're not gonna drive very well. The handling is gonna be worse than every other account. They're gonna make it extra hard, just that I look like an even worse driver. Thank you, DMC, for the $5.99. Wandering again. Thank you for the big super. Peach coming in with the big super as well, the $20. Someone on Twitter is claiming squad size matchmaking is coming to DMZ. Can you confirm? Example, solo queue. Right, so I've talked about that. When I talked to them, I didn't get like 100% confirmation that they were going to do it, but that was the vibe I was getting. So I reckon that will be the matchmaking. But it wasn't like, oh, we know for sure that's how it's going to be. They basically said, yeah, it's probably going to be like that. We're still working on matchmaking, but that's the direction I think they're going. And I think that makes the most sense. Thank you again very much, Peach, for the $20 super chat. Very, very, very kind of you. Everyone who's super chatted today. You guys are goats. Everyone here is a goat. Just tuning in, watching the streams, listening to me yap. And not really drive, even though I'm technically driving. Not drive well. Oh god, dude. Why? Whatever. I got here. That's all you can ask for. Cash at a dead drop will fast track your weapon recovery. 7. go buy some plates. Okay, this build's a little bouncy. I did not build the best ISO. We're just gonna parachute. DMZ was the test play. Yeah, the play test. DMZ, the Bronick. I'm not gonna say, but Bronick came up with a pretty funny title that he will either use, or I will make him give me, or I'll have him give me permission to use it. I'll force him. Oh, you know what? I gotta ask a question about the cars again. I asked, but I was then responding to super chats. How's the audio? Like, is it distracting? Can you guys hear too many birds or something? Too many cars, too much honking, too many sirens, or is it okay? Because it sounds like the echo is gone. I saw a lot of people, they couldn't even tell that I was in, or not at my normal setup. You hear nothing. Good. Audio's perfect. Perfect audio. Good, good, good. Good to hear it. Is there a car? Speaking of cars. Oh, I'm on foot. Gotta run a whole 250 meters. No noises outside the game. Good. So I remember last time I was in Italy, the monitor, not the monitor, the mic arm that I got was, even though it was, that's a guy!
Hold your fire!
I will do no such thing. Do you have a friend? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, Hookson. Alright.
I'm just doing some PvE.
You're doing PvE? Okay.
No, I'm just shooting at bots.
Oh, you just want a PvE.
Additional team members have
Whoa!
been requested.
Grenade!
You're not
Oh.
finished yet. Get back in it!
Oh, somebody got ricocheted. I bet you he's a little cranky right now. Someone got ricocheted.
Yeah, there was a hacker in here.
Oh, was there? Well, it appears he might be gone, unless there are more than one.
Can you help me clear some like strongholds or something?
Are you looking for a 3-plate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna regain.
I can do you one better. Oh, smoke. Okay, there are gonna be players in Saeed. In fact, did that elevator door just close? I know where there is a 3-plate. You don't even have to clear the stronghold. Bro, do people on European servers, they just do the missions a bit more? Or just contracts?
Contact!
What's going on? You didn't realize that I was away from my normal setup. Okay, that's good. That's good. That means I've done a good job. Although there's still more improvements I need to make. But that means I'm doing an A-OK job. The main thing is the chair right now. That's the main thing I'm missing.
Ultra One, be advised. Enemy
There's
threat
a
is
chopper
high in the
here.
AO.
There's a what?
Oh, was there yours? The chopper?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. Here, go check the dome here. There should be a 3-point there. I will check the chop. If it's even still there. That was a car I just saw. Oh my god, this chairman is very uncomfortable. Oh.
Someone took it.
Okay. Is this a new PC? Yeah. Well, not new. It's actually one of Bronick's old PCs. Flyby, Hack, Capisco, 8106. Okay, you know what? I am very ignorant when it comes to vehicles. If that's a vehicle, I have no idea what that is. If not, I guess I'm still ignorant. And a terrible driver. Bro, I just don't understand how this is possible. That's... should I kill these bots? Yeah, I should kill them. Grab the car. But yeah, I've never, like... There's a reason I suck at driving in video games. I've never really cared for vehicles in general. Even IRL.
Taking effective fire.
It's the best chair ever. Oh. Okay, so it wasn't. No, Oh, that's a shot. That's real. Disabled. Hop out, boys. Cracked. No, I thought he was the one that was already hurt. Oh.
Enemies lighting me up.
Your back will say... No, I have, it's a very good chair. It's a Herman Miller. Like, it's a gaming Herman Miller chair. It was very expensive, but it was so worth it. So I'm just getting that chair again.
Target on my mark.
Tagged? Not tagged. Oh, is he going up now? Go for it, go for it. I dare you. Come on. Cracked. Nice. Good shooting, teammate. We've taken down a super soldier. Good stuff. There's a bunny up there. Cracked him. No! Hold on. I'll get you up, soldier.
Sleep when you're dead. Get up.
I'll be dead.
Welcome back. Don't let them res.
Thanks.
Crack the bunny. Oh, he peeked again. He's gonna ego that guy. Oh, shoot. No! It's okay. As long as they don't choke her.
I'm back up. Let's get to it. Get up. Die on your own time.
I should
Do
probably
you
move.
maybe want to reposition?
It might be wise, indeed. If I had to guess, they're trying to get height on us now. Okay, this guy's a good shot.
Lighting me up.
And I'm running out of plates. But I don't want to lose sight of the body at the same time, but... No! Where is bro?
You can sleep when you're dead. Get up.
They haven't gone for the res yet.
Loading AP rounds.
Hmm. Oh my god, I cannot see this. What? Wait.
Come here.
That second shot was kind of weird.
Barely a scratch.
Wait a minute. Hmm. Okay, maybe it was Zaya that he was shooting me from.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
I'm hit.
There are shots Zaya. That's the guy. You got res, Oh, nice. Okay, another finish. We are in a bit of a predicament though. I've got no plates. See this building here.
Enemy was already here. Careful.
Come on, get him. Nice.
The enemy doesn't kill you, I will.
Tucker, don't do that again.
Can you tap me?
UAV on station.
On your feet, soldier.
Nice. Okay. I don't know if that'll help, but whatever. Here. Okay, the guy is right up here. Pick,
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
I think I got sniped.
I should give this guy the self, but he's been dying so much that I kind of don't want to. How many points you at? Here, you know what? Take this.
Found a self-revive.
Yeah.
Do you have a stun or something?
A stun. I've got a smoke I can drop. Here, take that.
Smoke grenade here.
And then grab that super quick. Here, take this.
Grab some ammo.
Yeah, that bag disappeared. I could have sworn I had seen a rose skin too. Oh, he's parachuting. Perfect timing. Cracked. No! It was almost perfect timing. Oh.
Taking effective fire.
One further left? Bro, this bunny dude has... Nah, this bunny guy's kind of sus.
Patch up.
Or am I tweaking, or... I mean, I did double peek. I did, but that one wall shot was kind of wild. No, that's kind of wild, dude. That's kind of wild. I think, bro. Yeah, I think this guy's walling. This one sniper.
Squad of operator nearby.
I gotta do like a slow peek, clear every angle. There he is.
Ultra One, operator
Nice.
requesting medical near your location.
I'm gonna run out of plates again. I don't know what I can do. Yeah, we gotta... We might have to dip here and get plates.
Don't shoot us.
Or we might have to dip and get plates.
Ultra One, a squad mate is down. You are taking effective fire.
Oh, crap.
I'm taking
That
fire.
was another guy.
Throwing smoke. You're not finished yet. Get back in it.
Pretty sure I saw another guy break glass.
I'm getting stitched up.
Tactical retreat. He's not using aimbot. He missed that. Hop in. Nice. Oh my god. Turn.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
Okay, should be good. Quick line of sight. Okay, let's buy some plates. But we are dealing with a cheater here, ladies and gentlemen. I am almost positive that man is walling. You think he's using aimbot too? I mean, he missed a shot. Maybe he's toggling. Could be toggling. I think he just see, because I'm trying to like peek with a sniper, so he's walling and he's just hitting his shots. But I could be wrong. Gas station has points. Yeah, but not enough. Not enough to sustain a fight against a cheater. Definitely not a sniper fight. Not sure what smokes are really gonna do for me, but I'll grab him. Oh, is he getting only headshots on me right now? Maybe he's toggling, because he did miss a shot, or maybe the aimbot just kind of buggy at that range. I don't know. No, let's just try that on.
They tagged me.
I want to take this guy out. IPA? Aw.
Taking effective fire.
Oh my god. It might have moved closer, or that was just a different guy entirely. There he is.
Taking fire.
Yes, that's it. I'm pretty sure it's the same team. When you buy PA, honestly, I wasn't even looking at the kill streaks. Almost never do. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2. Bro, this guy might be walling too. Because it looked like he was gonna peek, but then as soon as that's the bunny. Yeah, these guys are the same team. Don't want to be up there. I sound this little thing here, so we're gonna get a head. I guess not. Yeah, I don't want to get a head glitch anyways. Come on, Mr. Bunny. You know where I am. You know where I am. Move to 4-store? I could do. I mean, if he's gonna follow me. They followed us here. They'll follow me to 4-stack. I like that play. So let's move to 4-stack. I think we'll have more cover there. Look at these guys to follow.
Taking effective fire!
Let's see. Shots to the left?
Hostile UAV overhead.
Oh, come on. You guys don't need that UAV. You guys don't need that. You didn't need to pop that.
Ultra One, you've got hostile
Together.
reinforcements incoming.
Spot.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity.
Mr.
in the
Bunny.
area. Stay sharp.
This is bot footsteps? No, definitely shots to the left. Is that a player there?
Enemies lighting me up.
No. Are these spots rolling up?
Hostile advanced UAV is active.
You guys don't need the advanced UAV. I think it's bots. Yeah, it's bots. But somebody was shooting like my bank? There's no way these guys don't push all of a sudden, right? You hear that? That might have been a decoy, that one. Bro.
Contact.
Alright, you know what? I'm here UAV tower.
Tossing smoke grenade.
Actual to Ultra One, UAV is in
Oh, they
orbit.
were pushing up. I knew it, dude.
Ultra One, actual. High winds are increasing in the AO. Move to an extract point before radiation spreads.
Yeah, they got bouncing Bettys.
Took a round!
Have him take this.
Here.
I don't use that.
Wow, respectable player. Fair enough, fair enough. More respectable than myself. I respect you, Hawks, by the way, for that. It's very, very, very honorable. Oh!
Sentry deployed!
One killing operators.
Oh my god! Let me move.
I'm hit.
Oh, shoot. How did I go down? Bro! The pre-fire throwing knife was... How did I go down? I could... Also, I was trying to dolphin dive. It wasn't letting me. Because he had a shotgun, that's why.
Contact.
Almost. Almost. It's okay. You wanna know why? Because DMZ 2 is coming. That was a nice throwing knife, though. I'll give myself that. I will give myself that. Should I try Sheikah? What's Sheikah this time of year? Just meme on a Shiki. What do we do, Vondel? I'll do a Shiki. Let's do a little Sheikah run. That knife, though. It was a good knife. It was a good knife. It was unfortunate they had the T bouncing Betties that prevented me from running away. But Savage with the prime. Thank you, Savage. M2. Appreciate it, dude. Savage. Drops? Always on the channel. Always. Always sniper? Yeah. It's okay. I'll just pick up a bot gun. They really need to buff the shotgun. They should. They should. The fact that you need the anti-armor rounds for it to be a one-shot, that's crazy. Just make all shotguns one-shot. Ashika, who are you? What have you done with the real Onyx? I mean, I'm just curious. What's it like on the European servers, you know? Am I just going to get one-shotted? Maybe. Maybe I'll have a really good raid. When are you and bro running again? Unfortunately, we only have one setup here, so not for a couple weeks. Not for a couple of weeks. Is it new DMZ 36 players? I imagine it's good. I don't know the exact number, but if the map's going to be bigger than Al Mazrah, it's got to be at least what Al Mazrah had.
Welcome to the DMZ. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open.
Did they confirm that's going to be 20 teams of 3?
Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
We'll get there. Pep Guardiola. Trust the process. Arteta. Trust the process. Ooh, okay, I just realized I didn't bring money, which works on Al Mazrah. But Ashika, not as well, because I don't... Without finding a key, I'm not sure. I don't remember where to find a 2 or 3 vest. For free.
Enemy threat is low in the area.
Take that. I should not have done that. I should have stowed that.
Intel located a
Castle 545? Alright, alright,
your
alright.
attack map now. Be advised a heavily armored target is guarding it, so expect contact.
Who hit that? Where are you? Another one? Is it bugged? Could he be inside? Oh, there's one.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Oh my gosh, reload. I have another knife. There we go.
Ultra One, kill confirmed.
There we go.
Too many of those
Give me 2
will put a
point.
bounty contract on your head.
Get back out. That might have been it. Nice. Oh, one shot. Although,
Hostile UAV in the
who's defense? It was a bot weapon. Might be okay. But we've upgraded. Upgraded to the two-plate UAV kit. Dude, the UAV's on a Sheikah. Jeez, man. Another big reason I don't play this map. You almost need, as a solo, you almost need a stealth vest to play this. Oh.
I see a target.
Oh! Oh! Not worth a shot. They know I'm here now, though. I should go buy some plates. I'll go here now.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area.
Oh? That sounded weird. Are they pushing me? I think the smart choice is probably to get back on the apartment super quick. Probably. Are you gonna peek? There's a tracer there, so they're still at the power plant. Should I just move in? Mortar striking. Oh god, dude. This chair. He's got like almost no back support. So I feel like I'm slouching a lot.
One enemy threat is low in the area.
Oh. Guess I'm jump on me, right? Can I do this? Oh, he jumped on me, he jumped on me. Oh. The spot. That's him. That's not him. I thought that was a orange bag. I was wrong. They're in there. Oh! Let me up! Why? Game.
Engage at your discretion.
Teams maybe? Shoot. I've had extra smokes. Hold on. What knocked him? Oh my god, just give me loot. Game. What? Decoy. 7. Off this super quick. Get extra smokies going. Does it still have anti-armor? It doesn't.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Oh. Wow, I messed it up. Good stuff. I messed that up. Okay, okay. So we're just cheating. We just cheating. But I did mess it up. I totally thought the smoke was going to cover me more, and then didn't. And I was like, oh, I can take this guy. I knew he was right there. I could not. Should we try again? Or should we try building? Let's try building 21. Zero to hero building 21. Let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. You got Ricochet? Oh, did he? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Did the shooter just disappear? That's sick. I didn't even notice that we got him ricocheted. He got banned as soon as I left. We ricocheted him. The devs are watching. Yeah, they saw that. They're like, all right, you're out of here. Hey, we're 5 away from 1,400 likes. Can we hit 1,400 here? Can we get it done, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, Dylan, what up, my man? Super rare to see them ricochet on Shiga. That was awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love when the shooters get ricocheted. I don't care the map. Get him out of here. But yeah, I know. I reckon Ashika has like the what do they call it? The bulletproof accounts. Do you mean to queue with no weapons? Yeah, I'm still jet lagged. I'm kind of tired, and I talked for like 3 hours straight about DMZ 2. And we did 1,400 on the day. Thank you guys. LS supporters in PC don't have to pay for PlayStation Plus in order to play DMZ 2. That's true. That's true. You read recently? Yep, I did. This is my first stream here. Anything you want to say to the devs since they're watching your stream right now? Thank you guys for DMZ 2. Thank you for doing it. Please remove the anti-armor rounds. That's right. Thank you for DMZ. For DMZ 1 and DMZ 2. But please, until then, just delete the anti-armor rounds. Please. The game will be much more fun if anti-armor rounds are removed. For all weapons. You guys don't even been proud of the knife on a kid earlier. I did have a nice knife. I did. I had a pretty nice knife. It was a good one. Removing server running numbers 12. Ah, whatever, dude. I'm not gonna go through all that right now. I'm too tired to care.
You're clear to engage all threats.
I don't care. Oh wow.
Advised our recon systems are down. We're blind.
You done? Cast off. Oh, that's a player, right? Oh!
Ultra be advised, killing operators will mark you as a bounty target.
Should I use, you know, I'm gonna do it. Shotgun anti-armor rounds. It's not a one shot, but definitely nasty. Oh my. Oh, he's up there.
Bypassing
Bot.
security lock. CT Ultra One activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
You ready? Ready? Watch this. Oh, I missed. Dang it. It's okay. It's okay. Do another oh, that could go crazy. Hold on. Let me get extra smokes first. Oh, I missed. No. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just get rid of the spot here. I'm stuck with the knife right now. Oh my god, what is this? In my tent, I should just shot him with the AK, dude. That was not worth Whatever. You ready? Watch this. He's gone.
Ultra One, security locks are open.
Oh no, I didn't mean to fall. Protection level raised.
Мне лень покупаться, ладно, блин.
Just a little kid. Where'd he go? Hmm.
Окей, вернёшь.
Oh, that's one.
Куда? Прикрывай, прикрывай. Я реф. Прикрой. Сука, блядь!
Is he Russian? He's like sick as play out. He said the words.
Ну не надо было РГЛ давать. Зачем?
Oh shoot.
Блядь!
Сука, блядь!
Ну, блядь, вот он! Давай!
Ко мне, Егор, ко мне.
Ultra One, be
Иди
advised,
сюда.
targeting operators will put a bounty on your head.
Сука, блядь! Сука, блядь! Oh, I don't have any more plates. No smokes? I have one more smoke. Okay, okay. Reload him. No, maybe we don't. Oh, wait. Quick. No! Сука, блядь! Okay, back out. No, bots, do not open this for me. Oh! Just give me points. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the finish, dude. Oh my days. Dude, these bots. No, I got stuck by a bot. I got stuck by a bot. They just would not stop. No. Oh, did he, I think he might have been the last on the team. No, wait. Yeah, I think the other guy backed out. The other guy didn't have another self, right? Suko's biat. Bro, those bots are just insane. That was just crazy. That was a fun raid, ruined by the bots. There were just too many. It didn't matter if I hope they fix that in DMZ too. I think if you shoot a bunch of bots, they gotta don't just respawn more bots. Like, let things be a little bit more chill. A little more chill. That was exciting. That might be a good one to end it on, though. I think I might call it there. Do you guys have any more? Do you have any more questions? Did I become a Tarkov scav? Yeah, basically. I don't even know what that means. I know it's a naughty word or two words. Wait, is it one word or two words? Maybe it's one word. I don't know. I thought I always thought it was two words. I don't even know what it means. But yeah, that's why I learned it from Tarkov, Earl. I did. When do they do the reveal? I think tomorrow. Tomorrow at the game, Xbox game show, game case, whatever they call it. What time tomorrow? Oh, that is a good question. I think it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. So I might start the stream later tomorrow, or I just start at the same time, and then we'll go into the reveal. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Probably, though. Not guaranteed. When is the Xbox showcase? It's 10 a.m. Pacific. So that is what? 7 p.m. for me? 7 p.m. I'll try to go live before if I can. Oh, also the streams this week, or while I'm in Italy, they might be well. I'll try to stream every day. I don't know that I'll be able to, but sporadic in the sense. I mean, they could just be sporadic day wise too, but in the sense because we are busy, and I also want to actually enjoy some time here. So I might some stream really late for you guys. Some days good time, just different times. It'll be random times, kind of. So you might see some random stream times. It said 11 a.m. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. So that would be 7 p.m. for me, I think. 10 a.m. Pacific should be 7. Are they allowing any streaming of the new gameplay with actual streamers? No, we weren't recording when we played Modern Warfare 4. Unless they secretly were. I don't know. And we'll see. We shall see. Does DMZ2 have insured weapons? No. No insured weapons. No insured weapons. We already know what you look like since other creators showed pictures of you, so you might as well do the face cam tomorrow. I mean, I don't have a camera here. Any other questions about DMZ2? Things I can answer? When's the next manhunt? Ooh. Maybe next weekend? Maybe. Again, it's going to be tough, but maybe tomorrow. Do you like the map? From what I mean, I don't know what it plays like, but aesthetically, yeah, looks sick. I do prefer that look to All Monsters look. I do think that's... I like it when games feel a bit more... The map, it was a bit more war-torn. So it had the... almost a Russian feel, like if you played Tarkov, like that kind of Russian feel to it. It kind of had that, except it's Korea. But a lot of trees, woodsy areas, a lot of green. And then, like I said, it's war-torn. So it had this kind of like stalkerish vibe almost, even though there's nothing, there are no anomalies or anything like that, nothing crazy. But it had that like Tarkov stalker feel to it, aesthetically, that is. So I think that's kind of my favorite map setting, I'd say. Are they taking any cues from Arc Raiders? Yes, definitely. So Tarkov mixed with Verdansk? Yeah, you could put it that way, but... No, it's good. It's definitely an original map. Do you say there was a PvE only mode? No, so I don't know. I mentioned it. Earl was the one who was really pushing it. Earl's the one who kind of got me on board with the PvE stuff. Because originally I was, I just want to split the player base, yada yada. But he brought up the good point of, you know, it's good for people who just want to learn the game, or they don't have a lot of time to play, so maybe they're just not very good. Because it kind of sucks if you're trying to learn the game, just trying to do a mission, your first mission, then somebody comes behind you. Oh, I probably could have worded that better. Somebody just shoots you in the back, gives you some back shots, and you're like, well, that sucked. And you go into another game, get killed by someone else. It'd be nice if they have like a little area where they can kind of train, get a feel for the foundations of the game, learn how the missions work, and then ideally, I think the way they do it is they design it in a way that wouldn't split the player base, and design it in such a way where the players playing PvE would be incentivized, once understanding the game, incentivized to play the PvP mode. So like I said, one thing they could do is Maybe you don't get any of the rewards in the PvE only mode. Definitely, you shouldn't be able to... If there's a PvE mode, I would not want loot to go between the PvE mode and the PvP mode. Any loot that you acquire in PvE mode stays in PvE. Cannot be brought over to the PvP characters, and vice versa. None of the I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if you bring the PvP gear, I don't care. But no, really, I think it should be separate. And don't design it like Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where you have like a 60-player lobby where no one can shoot each other. Just make it so that it's solos, duos, trios with your teammates. But when I say solo, duo, trios, I mean up to 3 players. That's it. You can play with alone, by yourself, or with 2 other buddies. That's how I would do it. I think it's a good idea. Assimilation again, going in solo or teams. There is a simulation, but you can also go in solo if you like, from the looks of it. I mean, obviously you'll be able to go solo. The question is, will it prioritize the solo matchmaking? That I can't confirm, but I will say that it did seem like they were leaning in that direction. Is there going to be a small map? I only know about Hajin. That's the only map I know about. Is there a progression system beyond unlocking more weapon slots? So yeah, you can upgrade the FOB, forward operating base. So the stations you can upgrade by the sounds of it. I haven't seen that in action. I haven't seen them upgraded, but based on what we read today, seems like you're gonna be able to upgrade that. Your character skill trees, that too. Each operator's gonna have a skill tree. Anyways, we went through a lot of this. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you again for the support today, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute legends you guys are. Absolute legends. We'll be back tomorrow for the reveal. The proper DMZ reveal. That is going to be exciting. We're going to send you guys over to Mr. Hey You. We've played with him quite a bit. And we'll probably play with him very soon again. Especially since we're in Europe now. I imagine he's playing DMZ. We'll send you guys over to him. Drop a like on his channel. Subscribe to him if you haven't. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Part 2. See you there.